Hello, everybody.
Hello, it's Tuesday.
Welcome.
And it's Tuesday, Tech Talk today.
To have you all here. There we go. There
What
we
does it
go.
feel like Monday today?
I don't know. I'm wondering the same thing myself. I'm so off my schedule.
Are you feeling like it's Monday? Or do you feel like it's Tuesday? Or maybe Saturday?
Or maybe
for someone it feels like the end of the week already.
maybe it feels like Sunday 3 a.m. for you. Wouldn't that be lovely?
Yes.
But all fixing to go into a show, but okay. Thank you very much, TriStar. Appreciate it.
So today is our Tuesday Tech Talk.
Yep, good to have you all.
And if you have any questions, just drop them in the chat and we're gonna try and help.
Yes, it's right for Natural Journey. It is a Wednesday for them.
All together, that's right. For those of you who don't know, this Natural Journey is in New Zealand.
Yeah.
So they are in the future.
It's such an amazing place. Go together. Roddy's game, welcome. You know, it's good to I think first time Roddy's here actually in the channel, if I'm not mistaken, because you always comment. I always see your comments every day.
I think so.
Entertainment 45. Hello, everyone. Hello to you. Good to see you.
ADJ Charles is in. Dexter Tang. Calvin Climber is in. How's the climbing going? In the dreams? Tarot, of course. Thank you. The Good Cell Life, Train Man, and TriStar, as we were saying, just jumping in.
That's right. TriStar says, love the natural. First, the red looks beautiful on you. And she said, yeah. And so there you go.
Thank you. I love red. I used to have a lot of clothes that were in red.
Yep.
Favorite color. YouTube fam. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Welcome to your YouTube family. So.
Oh, you were climbing outside today, Kevin. Very cool. Were at a particular place? Was it a new place or a place that you like to go to? Or Good So Life. Going well. Going well. How are you doing tonight? Good to see you.
Well, I think I forgot to do one thing today, and that is to put out a tweet that we have just gone live.
Yeah.
And you know, guys, if you haven't done that yourself, push that share button just like I did now.
It really helps a lot, guys. That one.
And right, we are live now.
And I gotta go and
come and join us.
I gotta go stop the preview video.
Puša live stream Tech Talk Tuesday. And hashtag live with Puša and hashtag tech talk hashtag tips. And we are gonna put this up. And hopefully you're doing the same thing right now. And the first tip of the day is if you're live, if you're uploading videos, always tweet them out, put them out there, let everybody to see it, let people retweet it, like it, put it up on the surface. If it's just on the YouTube, it's very much deep under covers, and there's less possibility for people to find it.
Thanks for coming. We appreciate that Natural Journey. I know for you guys are starting into your day and doing things, so that is so nice of you to drop by. Love all the stream. I'll tweet your stream now. Thank you so much. So appreciate it. And have a great day. And if you can get back, Excellent. If you can't, no, we're thinking of you. ATGH Travels tweeted done and done. Thank you so much. You're
Thank
amazing.
you. That's much appreciated. Ball caps. Hi. Dexter King.
Welcome, Dexter. Good to see you again. Fishing buddy. Our fishing buddy from Philippines, I believe.
Scottish Crafters and hi.
Oh, anytime I see Scottish, my ears pop up.
And Pops is in
Yeah.
Twitterized. By the way, for those of you, I don't have my calendar. Oh my god, I'm like without my hands. Tomorrow we are gonna have our Wisdom Wednesday night talk.
Yep.
And we are gonna have Mr. and Mrs. Cuffs, or for those of you who don't know, Coriolis Effectman on tomorrow.
Yep. That's going to be so cool. That's going to be a really great show, guys.
Yeah, I just chatting around with Cuffs. I got to know so many amazing things.
Yep.
I can't talk about now.
High rolling homestead and wild edibles and wine, because we were chatting today. That's why I'm so glad. I see some new ones that just we got to know yesterday, so I had to acknowledge you. Tracy Casto, I am so sorry, hon. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to catch them at the beginning. I can't believe how many are coming in right from the get-go.
Rocket Scientist, the stream feels like the cool kids table. That's right. And now, like the cool kids are saying, you are relevant.
You're all relevant. You're all relevant.
Oh, that's so nice to hear. Yeah. That's so amazing. So thank you so much. Everybody's in the cool tables. Table here. There's no left out tables. All the tables are cool.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I was talking about tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna have amazing interviews. So today we're just the two of us.
Yeah.
That I can't sing the song.
Just the two of us.
Copyright strike.
I sing bad, so they're not gonna be able to pick it up.
But tomorrow we're gonna have amazing guests, and so we will have also on Thursday we are having a very interesting guest appearance, a very less known in YouTube family person, more known in the podcast family, very much known in podcast family person. And Friday is going to be our spooky tales night. We're going to talk about all the ghosts and paranormal activities. So,
yep,
that's going to be cool. Quite exciting this week.
Just stop by to show support. Excellent. That's what I wanted to catch. If you can drop by after, if you want to meet some more people, it's great. Thank you so much for coming. I really like that. I like when I'm getting to know some of the new channels, and you guys are getting to know them as well. Like I say, this is none of our focus today. We're going to be talking all about how to do. You can ask your questions about editing, shooting, photography, videography, plugins for YouTube, whatever you choose to discuss with us. And it's always nice when you guys get to mingle at the same time. It's just like I say, think of us like a show. Yes, we're on the stage, but you guys are an amazing audience, and you get to know your neighbors. You get to have a drink with them. So
down the rabbit hole. Thank you for the tip. I'll try to do that right now. And while we are at it, I know that down the rabbit hole is only 50 some supporters away from her 1,000 mark.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you've been growing
really well. So those of you who haven't yet, go and check it out. Her channel. It's a bucket list travel. So I'm sure you're going to enjoy that.
Oh, thank you, Coast to Coast Drone. We need to get you guys over 1,400. Only a few to go. Yeah, we were 1,392 a while ago. Now I think we're, there. I tell you guys, not to get down when it goes up and down. Same thing here. So I want all you guys to, because you guys are consistent supporters. That's why I would recommend to anybody else. This is good support, and I like that. You guys definitely are good to each other. And thank you for calling that out. That's very nice of you. Irvin the Paintors, I'm here now. You may begin. Oh, that is priceless. I love it. I love it. It's about 1:30 here down the rabbit hole. Oh, they're talking about gas. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because she's in Alberta. So, and we're, I think, 147 a liter here, or 147, probably about 150 in the more expensive places. Montreal's weird because it does that whole spikes every week, and then it goes down, 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 and then it's not down much, usually like 10 cents or more, and then the next week starts the whole cycle
Yeah, it's quite
again.
expensive, and it always gets expensive for summertime.
Yep.
And long weekends.
River Bend Longbows Outdoors. I'm watching paint dry and having a beer, so I'll listen in for a bit. Well, I hope we can take away and just make the beer taste better and make the paint dry faster for you, my friend.
Try that.
Oh, what's going on?
I'm just slowing down the chat a little bit. People are saying it's a bit too fast, so we'll see if it's going to help, hopefully.
Well, that's an honor that we have to slow down the chat a little bit. That means everybody's interacting and that, so that's great.
Yeah, and we definitely want to see you guys talking. So, yeah, okay, well, we'll see how it works out. Yep. The Happy Canadian, yes, sorry, I didn't hear that. River Bend Longbows is about the paint dry. What color is the paint?
You know your wife well. And I knew that question was going to come. I knew the moment I said it, I was going in the back of my head. Yeah.
Well, I'm all about colors, cars, clothes, shoes, wall, color, the first question. I'm a very visual person, so.
Very girly.
Yeah. Some great shows coming up. Yes, that's right. This week is very, very exciting. Definitely don't want to miss that. So I want to see how much is down the rabbit hole is in. How far deep the rabbit hole is rabbit.
Careful where you're going.
Yeah. And guys, please put your questions about the Tech Talk. What is it that you want to talk about today the most? Because there's always so many questions. Last week we had amazing Tuesday Tech Talk.
Yeah.
We covered so many things, from thumbnails to YouTube plugins to social activity to how to put your tags in. We did a tutorial on Canvas on making a thumbnail. But is there anything more deeper that you would? Oh, thank you. Is there anything more deeper you want to discuss, or is there a question that you always wanted to know? Just shoot at it, and we'll try and help you.
Yes, Coriolis effect. Welcome. By the way, I discovered something cool about OBS today. There's a virtual camera plugin available for. I was watching the same thing. I seen that last week, and then I watched another one tonight, and then I paused it for supper and forgot to go back. So I guess we're on the same wavelength on that. But yeah, that is definitely because I want to get that started. And because she's always at the gate. Well, just. The light's yellow, not green yet. Just give me 2 seconds. Down the rabbit hole, travel answers. Asks, what is OBS? Oh my God almighty, I feel the fire coming off. She's raring to go. OBS is another way of broadcasting on live streams. We use Google Hangouts, which you've been using, which comes with when you do a regular stream on YouTube. But OBS gives you more power to it. You'll be able to show slides, bring in like proper, talking some of the music green screen with another image behind them. It just gives you a lot more power. But it was hard to do Hangouts. Like it's hard to bring on people, but with this virtual plugin, you can actually incorporate Hangouts into it, so you can still bring on guests properly. Yeah, open broadcast software. Thank you so much, Coast to Coast Drones. I love that. That was the perfect place for you to jump in and get me on that. So I do thank you. There you go. Yours.
You sure?
I guess.
Cool. Chica Vlogs is in. Hi, hello, and welcome to our friendly family here.
Speak about
okay. Yes, that's right. They are using scroll effect. Yes, they're using OBS. The thing with OBS is that you can't have any guests on. So
you can, but it's very hard. You usually have to work with Skype or something like that.
Well, that's what they're doing because they're also recording a podcast at the same time. They are having it through Skype. Like we're going to be on Healers and Heathens, and on Saturday.
That's
right.
It's
going to be a live podcast recording on YouTube. So you're going to go and join us at 6, I think. Yeah, 6 o'clock
Yep.
p.m. Eastern at Hilo.
It's gonna be really cool.
It's gonna be
They have
so
a
looking
great
forward to it.
podcast now. They're doing it on YouTube Live. BNSF fans, 7695, welcome. Always great to see new train guys in here. So glad you made it. Hello all. Finally made it after seeing the notifications an hour ago. I'm glad to have you. Always like seeing you guys in here.
That's where the virtual plugin will help. Can you expand on that? As you see, we are open to all suggestions and tech tips from everybody. We're not the experts here. We are the community here.
That's right.
Sharing with everybody our channel talents, your talents. And as you've seen on our tweet earlier, you and I have questions and you and I have answers. So we're here together to help each other.
Coast to coast, I agree with that V mix. It is cool. I'm trying to remember how much it cost. I gotta go look that up after because I have seen it. Like I say, when we started all this, we weren't planning to live stream. It was something just to kind of celebrate hitting the 1K mark. And so we haven't committed too much into it, but definitely now that things are going the way they are, we're looking at more. I don't want to like throw thousands into it. I mean, we got to be realistic. But yeah, no, I'm looking into stuff like that and taking it to the next level.
Can you believe this is the 30th live stream?
It is weird. It really is. Like, no, all kidding aside, I can't believe where this has grown. I'm appreciative where it's grown, and I'm very appreciative of all you. And I hope you guys enjoy it still as much as we have. Actually, we've grown to because we were very hesitant at first, and if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have done it. So it's hard to believe.
Yeah, and also like it's really been a whirlwind. I mean, we have interviewed more than 20 people. You know, between our tech talks, some of them were just the two of us, and some of them we had guests on. 2 Sundays off altogether. We have interviewed more than 20 people in this time. That's amazing. And to think to all of the guests that we had, amazing stories, amazing discoveries about each other. I find it's been amazing, and I'm so looking forward to the next 30 days and hopefully even more. It's been really nice. Yep.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Just took it out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. Like right now is where if we didn't have copyright laws or a big budget and could use the music we play, Green Day's "Time of Your Life," and we would do a montage of the first 30, and we'd show some special moments and probably cry a little bit.
But that's a good idea, though.
The crying? I could cry.
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
If you're crying, then it's a good idea. Yeah. I don't think about me now. I appreciate your live stream. Thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate you being here.
Exactly. You guys made this what it is. It's unbelievable. And coast to coast drones. If you have any questions, I can help. Any OBS questions, I can help you with what I know. If you need to pick my tattered brain cells, LOL. You are a very, very great. We're lucky to have you because you are a great resource of knowledge. And as we're talking to the night guys, like I say, like Denny just reiterated, we don't have all the answers. And oh god, she's got something going. Get ready for this, folks. It's usually pretty good.
So anybody having questions about OBS, you can ask it to Coast, and we'll definitely do that too.
Welcome, local fun sisters. Great to have you. Railroad expert. Tomorrow we'll be going to the high school to check
some train guys. That's so nice.
Yeah.
V and SF
fans. That's all good.
We also, I appreciate all your guys' follows yesterday on our Instagram account. That was really nice. Nice to connect besides you two.
We got Kitty Mama here. Welcome. Good to see you.
Who else is there?
Tyler. It's been a couple of days. Tyler Terrell. Good to see you. Another fellow Canadian. Always good to have you. Local Fun Sisters. I said hi already, I believe, but I'm going to say it again just to make sure. Always good to have all of you guys in here. And lots of new faces and returning faces and faces that we see every night. It's a perfect mix. That's a great thing, in all seriousness. That's what I love. And what a great mix we got going through here. That's what keeps it from getting stale, and also have a great foundation that keeps it afloat. It's I'm not an expert yet on live streams, but what I've been following and going through, I think we got a pretty good thing going here with all you guys, and it is appreciated. Slow news on the whole time. Yeah, I know BNSF. Yeah, it was.
Which artwork, Kitty Mama? we have two artworks to talk about now.
Yeah.
And do you want to talk about it, or can I talk?
You
about
talk about it. Go ahead. You like to.
So every time I want to talk, I'm going to raise my flag.
I knew that was coming. So here comes our fun part of the night.
Maybe you should put slow motion on my chat.
Is this? Could it be? Is the male dream actually alive
We
and
already
well?
tried that out. It's broken. So it was just a miracle last time. So, okay, to answering your question, we have two artworks here. One is artwork made by Andrew, a photography that he was doing during his trip to Europe. It's from Ljubljana in Slovenia. You can actually see it in our latest video that was uploaded just this Sunday. So go and check it out. You can see it on your screen there.
Not many from the city.
Yeah, and this one is amazing doodle made by Doodles by Doug. And for those of you who haven't seen it on his live stream Sunday, or for those of you who haven't been here yesterday, this is a doodle dedicated to us. This is Puša Studios. A very touching and very cute and sweet dedication. He was doing it during his live stream on Sunday.
It's a mix of us and the other night when we brought out our daughter's 5-foot monkey, Windsor, in my place, and Xenia dressed a pillow.
Yeah.
As to replace her.
For the newcomers here, just a warning, we tend to get sometimes a little bit crazy, so that's when this happens.
Yeah, just a little bit. Don't worry, it'll be fun. Don't worry. Fast TSX, welcome, another train show. I'm so glad tonight. How amazing is this? I love having you guys in here. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, that is a great picture. It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Doug is so talented. That's right. He's very talented. I can also see him on Instagram too, so I gotta follow that. That is cute as heck. Yes, it is. Love the photo. Great shot.
Yeah. Had some stuff uploading the background, so I just took that off, so that'll make our signal a little stronger.
We're good now.
We're good now. We're, as the old expression goes, we're cooking with oil. So yeah, guys, if you guys can, anybody who hasn't tweeted this out yet, if you can, or if you have some friends on with you, then you just let them know that we're on. Please invite away. It's always good to have more people. We're a respectful group. Everybody works together. To anybody that's new here, we've already met you usually from your channel. And yeah, it's just a relaxed place for everybody to hang out, be good to each other. And tonight's when I think tonight's one of the favorite nights for most people, because we just talk about what's like, talking about growing, and it's
very easy going.
There's nothing condescending here. There's no wrong or it's too small a question.
Yeah.
Everybody's learning, and even the person that knows the most in here tonight, between us, including everybody, there's always somebody who knows. Many people know many times more than what we know. So, and we wanted to be treated well too. So.
Miss Kathy, hi.
Yes.
Miss Kathy and Jesse was thinking of going live, but is not ready and still working on the studio setup. I will listen well. Studio setup.
Oh my God.
Wow, I'm so used to you being in your environment.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this. That's amazing. Let us know. Yeah, Pictionary, exactly. Tech question then. Does anyone use a gimbal, and do they have problems with it swinging around randomly and making the video seem choppy? Andrew?
Well, yeah, like mine is. My camera's built on a gimbal, and
you want to show your camera for those of you?
it's over there. No, you can go get it if you want to get it. It's
Next time I'm going to be doing the stream on my own.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't going to walk around this side. That's why I just got all the cables here. And yeah, well, about capture with us for yeah. Sorry. So this is the gimbal here. Some of you guys have seen this camera before. This is the DJI Osmo. This is what I shoot all our video with. We shoot it in 4K. This is the built-in gimbal, which locks here and here when it's not used, in here. And It's made for panning. It was mostly, if somebody don't know what a gimbal is for, it's basically to keep your shot steady. Nice smooth turns up and down. And it's choppy though. I'm not sure why it's giving you the choppiness. You got to work with it, and I don't know what gimbal you're using, but you got to keep things smooth. That's the biggest part. They're not good with fast, jerky motions. They're made so when you go to edit your video. If I was taking a shot here, I would start out of frame and around, come around, and then when I go back and edit, I'll always pretty much cut out that beginning and end section. Just even if it's the first second and a half, because you're never going to come out completely smooth.
I would say probably needs to calibrate it too.
Calibration is probably the other part I was just going to get to in the second, but yeah, yes.
This is pitiful.
Because all I just wanted to say was a gimbal doesn't fix everything, and at the beginning of any shot or the end, you're always going to get it a little more jittery. So always shoot out of your shot, coming into your shot. It's the same technique as when you spray paint. You don't just start where you got to start and stop and go across. That's why you always put paper further, because you start spraying, and then by the time you're going across your piece, you're in a smooth motion.
Coriolis is saying, hi James, by the way. Coriolis, a balance setup issue. Yeah, and that's what Andrew was mentioning could be. And also a good point, Bottle Caps saying, hook up the Z axis, make it work. I'm thinking about buying one. Did you show that you have it?
The Z axis?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I didn't get to, and you're right. I should have mentioned that part. So, and here's the Z axis, and I'll have my trusted assistant hold this because I need 2 hands. Thank you. Okay. There we go. So on this one, you would take off the base here. It literally just turns one turn, lifts off. And then this piece would go here. And then this piece that you just took off would go on the top part. And this is your Z axis for walking, and it's worth its weight in gold. If you're going to use the DJI Osmo, or if you're going to be walking any amount with it, light running, you definitely need this. And it is worth it. It quadruples the value of your shots by using the Z axis.
Also, learn to walk like a ducky.
Yeah. But you don't need to do it though so much with that, because you're right. With any gimbal, usually they call it the duck walk, and that's a big thing too to get rid of the jerkiness. Is to keep your knees bent a little, and you're walking kind of like compensating. You're basically become a suspension. Yeah, we love her too. She's
Thank you.
She's a pip.
I'm trying to turn my scores now since I heard a lot of negative feedback about me on the stream, last 2 streams, so trying to be softer. Down the rabbit hole is saying it is mid-shots, weird, but if I'm panning too slow, maybe it just focuses on a different subject. What is it that you're using, by the way?
Yeah. I maybe if you did post it, I apologize. We missed it when we were doing the demonstration. But please tell us. And like I say, I'm not an expert, and I'm going to say right from the get-go on different types. I'm more hoping that somebody here, maybe does know your setup better.
Yeah, but that actually definitely makes a difference. Hello, great X-ray tech.
Excellent. Welcome.
Fast CSX.
WJ AutoWorks is here.
Yeah,
good to see you.
Harajli. And Gorilla Bear Tech. Hi.
Welcome.
Hello, Nathan.
Oh, I see what you... Okay, so yeah, you're using... It's like a version of the DJI Mobile. See, I'm not familiar with this one, but it probably works the exact same way. So yeah, you're kind of on a handle gimbal. So I would definitely look into to making sure that you do have your phone set in, because it is for phone only, right? As far as I can tell. Make sure your phone is in properly. Then there must be a setting there to calibrate it. And usually, too, another thing, you can usually set the speed of panning, so you can set it as slow, fast, and that is important, because if you're doing, say, a sports event, you want it to be able to pan faster, keeping up. And if you're doing like like a sunset, and you want to come out of the bushes and get like that slow shot, you will want a slower one so you get more crisper shots with each one. So that might be it right there. So you have to check and see with it. I don't know the manufacturing specs, And then the other part is definitely see if it needs to be calibrated. And there'll usually be like a walkthrough on how to do that as well.
Watching Peter McKinnon doing his Steadicam shots, I would say you have to do a marital arts moves. Like it all looks
exactly.
like you're doing marital arts there.
It's not for people who are very self-conscious, will not like gimbals, because you really do look like you're putting on a bit of what's his name there? The Kung Fu the Legend Continues act, It's like you're over like holding and moving and you're going around and pulling back. And that's what you need to get those shots like that.
You have to be in your zen basically to do that.
I feel so weird sometimes, for instance, like at a wedding somewhere where somebody, where everybody's sitting in the church and they're all relaxed and their eyes are on that beautiful bride and the minister or priest is saying their words. And I'm sitting there looking like I'm about to fly off or something like that. So yeah, it's not for everybody. But you just got to lose yourself in what you're doing, knowing that you want to give them, when you're done, the best product. And it is all those movements. So if I'm shooting and say the bride's here and I want to have a swooping walk back, I'll go up by them and I'll hold my camera, brace it, and come down and walk back. And I'll be leaning into I always lean into my steps so it's not so jittery. So I put one foot behind me so when I come down, that foot catches and the other one comes up. And you have to think of yourself like a suspension. And everything is to take as much movement from your movements out of the gimbal.
Yeah, definitely check your tutorial, but I really suspect that that's a calibration thing, because even you have your butt out, as you're just saying, a sudden swing to the left, like the gimbal got distracted, like that jitter thing. That's what usually it is. So, but check it out, definitely. Somebody came in and I just missed them. Better late than never.
Oh, good to have you.
Hello.
Yeah, I was just looking at your channel again tonight, and I went to show Xenia one. I forget what it was about. I feel bad because I want to support you guys, and sometimes Xenia's away, and I get especially the beauty channels, and I don't want to give dumb responses, so I'll wait for Xenia to come and I'll like tag her. Same as she does with me sometimes. She'll say, one of you guys, I'm trying to think of any, especially train one stuff, and I'll take that one.
Live with Ken and Jane and Amy K Makeup.
Oh, excellent.
There was a question before I lose it. Where is the best place to get the gimbal camera, and what camera works best with it? Well, if you use something like down the rabbit hole is using, you use your phone as a camera. If you're using a camera like Andrew, it already has a camera attached to it. It actually uses the same camera as their Inspire drones. Yeah,
this is off their Inspire, the more expensive drone.
So you don't need to buy an additional camera.
And it's trigger controlled here, so you can pan with this. And the cool thing about this camera is for vlogging, I'll turn to the side. There's a trigger here, so when it's going, you can go up and down and everything. And with the tap twice, it brings it back centered. If you tap it 3 times, 1, 2, 3, this spins around and looks right directly at you. And then you're able to do vlogs. So you can like turn it, tap it 3 times, do your talking. Oh, we're at the zoo today and we're looking at this. Here comes the flamingos. Tap twice and it spins back out in front, and then you can control it with these and then zoom in on what the birds or whatever you're looking at the time. It is. I don't vlog, so I've never really used it. I've tried it, but never used it.
Well, Gorilla Bear Tech, first of all, wants to go to Lithuania and get a woman. Why Lithuania? And I
think he thinks you're from Lithuania.
Well, that's what the question was. I'm not from Lithuania.
Yeah.
Now, let's play guessing game where I'm from. And also a tripod. Well, tripod, what for? Again, tripod is really only needed if you want to do a slow motion or a long exposure shots in your photography, or like you need somewhere to put your camera while you're talking. Yeah. Really, it's not a necessity unless you're doing it. The things that
if you don't need a stationary base all the time, a really great thing is a monopod. And if I wasn't using this camera, I would look into a monopod, because that at least gives you the stability. It's easy to work with. You can even hold it after, hold it up if you want a higher shot. It's just more flexible. But each their own.
Tracy, I ordered the June Smooth Q off Amazon, and it was really reasonably priced, but I don't have a fancy Canon camera, and mostly use my iPhone. Yeah, the DJI, I think it costs like $200 US.
The mobile one,
The mobile one, something like that. We'll look it up right now. It's reasonably priced, and if you want to do an upgrade and are thinking of maybe buying a full-fledged, DSLR or SLR, but your main purpose is making videos, I would rather invest in this and have a decent phone with a good camera in it than buy SLR.
But that one that down the rabbit hole. I mean, it seems I didn't get a chance to look up the price. It looks comparable,
yes.
and that's great too.
Of course.
Same with drones. DJI is known for their drones, but there's other people making them. It's good to see other people are making these. That's the good thing about all these things being manufactured in China right now, because there's no real copyright law. So you can get a lot of bang for your buck sometimes. Just read up on them, read reviews, see what people think of. So there's a great example of the DJI Osmo mobile. So you see it's like mine. Everything's the same. Controls, your record button, your pan button. It does up, down, left, and right. You can pretty much do a 360 with it, and it holds your cell phone right in place. So you get all the benefits of if you're not shooting like deep, intense cinematography, and you're not shooting in a lot of low light, cell phones have amazing cameras on them. You can get some really great footage, and this will maximize everything that your phone can do. I mean, look at today. You can even buy great aftermarket lenses to put on certain cell phones. They're really it's an incredible market. It's becoming very mainstream for it. So I think this is a really great option.
Definitely. And people are asking how much is the box.
That one there, we're gonna go look that up. Let's see. So there you go. DJI Osmo Mobile 2. See, even something in Canada here, $170 like that.
Yeah, it's fairly priced. What I like about DJI, they have a good technical support, and there's lots of forums on their own official website, even on Twitter and Facebook, where you can ask questions to their own experts. They're quite responsive. That's the part that I like. But I mean, any other types are as good as well. Hi, Gregory. Live with Canon Jane just got a Canon T7i still in a box. Well, try it out. Is it going to be a review of it? Would like to see that. Is it for filming purposes mostly? I am a lot about being light-handed, meaning the less you have to carry around with you in order to do your job, whatever it is, photography or videography, or you do YouTube videos, the better. So the better quality, the less carrying around, in my opinion.
There you go, guys. Because I know a lot of you are in the U.S. So the Osmo 2, there is $129 US. That's really good. For what you get out of it, it's pretty hard to get more bang for your buck. So.
Canon is amazing. I mean, for photography especially. But as I said, like if you would be mostly focusing on video, in my opinion, it's just cheaper to upgrade to this and have quite the same effect with the phone. But if you're also doing photography, then of course Canon is good. I can't wait for the review once you get it out of the box. My God, I wouldn't be able to wait. I would have to get it out of the box right now.
Yeah, exactly. I admire your.
It's quite. It's like having a chocolate bar and hiding half of it somewhere and forgetting about it. It's there. It's quite unbelievable, I must say. Colorado Martini, for supporting channel. That's amazing.
Oh, great channel. Yeah, we just connected yesterday. I gotta go back and look at some more of her work after.
And by the way, nobody has guessed the country of my origin yet, so if you haven't been paying attention. By the way, I had an idea today, and no, I haven't talked about that to Andrew yet, so he's not here. I wanted to do maybe in 2 weeks or so a Q&A video segment. In one of the days that we won't have a guest, I would love us to do a segment called This Is Us, where you guys submit questions about us. Prior questions on Twitter or YouTube comments or anywhere you see fit, and get to know a little bit more about us. We have had so many people, as I said, almost like more than 20 guests already, and I'm sure you would like to know more about us as well. So So just throwing the idea out that there's going to be definitely a more official announcement. So get your questions, all the personal questions ready. Ukrainian or Czech. No. Keep guessing. There has been lots of guesses, and none of them has been right, unless I missed it. So they're guessing where I'm from. So.
Oh God, I thought we covered a good.
Well, don't tell them. That is a wonderful idea. Well, thank you. Yeah, I thought it was really good. I've never even consulted. Yeah. I never really consulted with Andrew. Just had that idea, like I was working on our poster for today. So decided to throw it out, and seems that he's not minding. So. Isn't that great to just throw something at your husband like in front of the audience? So it's like it, you gotta enjoy it.
It's like real life.
Say no.
It's like when women just volunteer, your wives volunteer for stuff.
Well,
he doesn't mind. He'll help you drag the fridge up. He likes doing that.
No, I'm doing it too, to be honest. Like
you're getting your guests here, right? People are guessing, and they're.
Oh, bingo! X-ray hack. X-ray hack wins an extra hug. From us and and a shout out on Twitter. I'm gonna tweet something out tomorrow, so choose a video. That's your prize.
How's your back, OD? Finally made it. Working in the garden. Well, welcome. I know you've been so busy, but you've been so faithful in coming back for the replays and stuff like that. So it's so good to have you. Thank you.
Are we all planning on going over any editing softwares? Well,
yeah. Reese is keeping us in line. Well, it's to see you. Miss Kathy, I just hammered my finger. Ouch. I bet it was ouch. That's not fun at all. Send
me a link on Twitter of the video that you want me to tweet out, and I'll do that since you guessed right where I'm coming from.
That's right.
Expromptu challenge. Hi, Musky Hands.
Good to have you here. Hosier Road, love you all so much. Excellent work. Oh my God Almighty.
And Cox, I would love to be on your show too. You're going to be on here tomorrow, so we're going to be questioning you.
Under the hot seat.
Yeah, that's right. So, what about that over editing software? You want to touch on that?
Well, okay, was there a question posed or just?
Are you planning on going over any editing softwares? Question mark.
If there's a question about it or something, for sure.
And, Reese, can you be more specific?
Yeah.
What exactly would you like to know? Because otherwise we will be here for 5 and more hours. So that's a lot to include. I moved my old bookcase today and I collapsed, so I had to run to
purchase a new one.
I hope it collapsed, Kathy.
I'm trying to
build this thing now.
Well,
Violet Bird, I was waiting for you. I sent you a YouTube message. I hope you received it. It's so hard to get in touch with you. Quite secretive. So check your YouTube messages. That's the worst place to message, and we always say that, but I couldn't find you anywhere else until I found you on Twitter only after. So check your YouTube messages, please. Musky Hands was grilling. My favorite live stream. You guys are.
This is so cool.
Sweet.
And guys, pose the questions. I'm not sure what you mean about editing software. If you want to, if there's a particular question or something you want to go over.
Yeah, let's get more specific.
Ron Boots Farm. Ron Boots Farm stopped by to say thanks for the sub. Hi, everyone. Well, that's great. And like I say, we're just sitting here chatting about different. Every Tech Talks Tuesday, we just cover everything pretty much everybody's dealing with in YouTube, whether it's shooting video, editing video, plugins for YouTube, how to grow on the channel, and everybody helps each other discuss. The rest of the week we have guests, so I'm glad to have you here. I hope you meet lots of great people, and I hope you have, if you have questions or anything, please feel free to ask us.
Kathy, I'm glad to hear it's it. No, I just was concerned about you for a second. That's why I was asking.
Fishing with Bottles is back. There's a face we haven't seen in a few days. How you doing? Good to see you.
Dexter is using Filmora for videos. Yeah, we have lots of people talking about that 7 Blessings. I remember doing that. Yeah, and it's good for that. As we always say, depends what and why you're shooting.
Yeah.
You know, um, can you help geriatric YouTubers?
Well, I think you guys have already been well on your way. I think it's
Uh,
important. I think it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and we are not discriminating.
No.
So any infants and geriatric YouTubers, anyone is welcome.
My father was about 40 when we got our first VCR, I would say. And I remember it was the first time we actually had a remote, because of course the TV was one of those Zenith 27-inch with wooden leg that we prayed would die and lasted forever. And my father would sit there with the remote, and every time he would do a channel, he'd put it over his head and type a button, and then look down and hit the next button to try to get a channel. So after about 30 tries, because it was pretty hard to keep a sequence going, or if he wanted 32, he kept ending up on 3. So in the scheme of things, I think you've done pretty good the way you are on YouTube. Is my whole point. So there's no geriatric stuff going on here with you.
Yeah, Ron Boots Farm says they would can use some editing tips.
Excellent. And this is a very, like you say, most people are here all mods because we don't have a bunch of rules. This is just a place that everybody respects each other. So don't be shy.
Yeah.
Any questions? A good question.
Las Vegas.
Vegas Pro
14 for editing Cops is using, yeah.
Vegas Pro is a good software, and it actually can take on a decent amount of the plugins that are made for Premiere and stuff like that. They do have an option for if you're using Vegas. That's it's a good priced. I haven't worked with it in a long time, probably. Oh my god, it's gotta be years. It came one time with one of my NVIDIA cards or something, but it's a good software. And it does the trick. It's a great option for somebody. Like I said, I use Premiere for the simple reason is that's what I studied years ago. It works with the Adobe Suite. We use it for business, but it's not the holy grail. And I always tell you guys, like another one is DaVinci Resolve, and that's a really strong program that does most of the features, if not more in some ways, than Premiere does. And they offer a free version. The other one is $1,000, and they're the ones who make the Red Series cameras, and their cameras. I just seen one a couple months ago online as Tech Tips, for instance, when they unboxed 2 cameras, and that their cameras are literally their hydrogen cell, and they're this big, and they're just a box. You'll buy everything to make the camera you want, and for them, 2 of them came up. Was it 240 some thousand US?
Yeah.
But you're shooting at 8K, so it's not like some fly-by-night company. They really got a good system.
Coast to Coast Drones just split personality and came in as drone therapy as well. Oh,
that's great. I
that was so funny. Resolve just had a major update today. Yeah. Premier Elements, Rocket Scientist suits me well.
Yep.
Yeah. Again, it depends on your needs, guys. If it works for you, it works for you.
Like even with what I do, I could get away a lot with, like for instance, Premiere Elements. It's just because it's in the suite and I'm working with it a lot, and I have some plugins for it now and then. But yeah, you could get away with it. Your content means the most is what you shoot, and it doesn't matter also what you shoot it onto. You can take software that's shot on a. Even let's forget how great cell phones are today. Like even a really bad cell phone can make really good, interesting video. I mean, the story's amazing. How many times do you see in the news with all their millions of dollars of cameras, and they feature some guy who caught something on a crappy cell phone, of course, always holding at the vertical side, so you got black bars in the worst grainy conditions because something happened and they need to see that footage. That guy just got millions of views on YouTube or wherever. The video sucks. But the content was good. The content is something somebody wants to see. They're not saying at the moment, oh, I think you should use another filter on that. I don't want to use color grading. It's looking, the story is 90% of it. All we do after is just enhance it. Same as if you take a picture of a lake. Okay, well, it's a beautiful lake. But even the best photography equipment in the world can make it look really, really crappy. And there's somebody who just gets that right shot there at that right angle at that right time with that loon going across and all the other elements that go with it, or there's a trout that jumped out of the water. And that's the winning shot. It's good to work with good equipment. It's good to work with good software. But in the end, it never replaces for good content.
Yeah, definitely. You can enhance it with an edit if necessary. But if it's a bad composition, you can't do that in post. So first and foremost is the content in it, whether it's motion or still. What is the best mode for sunset pics on DSLR? Well, if we remember the triangle of photography, and you're talking about the manual mode, we have
Bring that up.
my favorite thing is, I was going to show with my triangle.
Oh, there you go. You got a triangle coming, guys. Stand back.
So we have a triangle that we always have to think about is ISO. It's your light and your aperture. And so that's the main things that you would have to look at. So I would put it on the low ISO, maybe 300, and probably very slow shutter speed. It depends on what kind of lens you have. Usually, I would put it to as twice as big as your millimeters in lenses. So it's a 25. I would put like 150, 100 maybe. So definitely slow. And also, it's good to have for that kind of shots. If you wanted quality shots, you have it on a tripod. It's even better because sun is moving. You're always going to remember when you take pictures of objects in the sky, like sun or the moon, it always is moving, even if you don't see it. So always take it in that consideration. It's not a still object. It's not a cup on the table. It's moving object. So definitely take that into consideration.
They somebody wrote something here, and I really want to address this before I forget. And it was Hosier back OD. Anyone ever get? Oh, change this a little bit here. Anyone ever get contact block, i.e., writer's block? And BNSF wrote something really neat right underneath it. Only when writing descriptions. Dexter says, nope, never had that. I'm going with this somewhere. Life with Ken and Jane all the time. Coast to coast. I was okay. Sorry. So that's where it kind of trails a bit. That is the most common thing you're going to go through, and if you watch the big creators, they're going to complain about that all the time. And it is. It's just something that, and you might think that you're out of ideas. You're not. You just got to be inspired. Myself, I like. I go and I'll watch somebody, some of the bigger ones sometimes a small one. Sometimes going to watch new content, can inspire me. I do see cool things all the time, and you got to be very careful with that you're not copying anybody. Inspired and copying are two completely different things, and there's nothing wrong with being inspired. There's a channel we watch sometimes, and Cinecom.net.
Yes.
I'm going to bring up the link after, and I'm going to show it to you guys. They're kind of a cool channel. I think they're probably around 300,000. And they're out of Belgium, and they do these things like the kind of Tip Tuesday, but every Friday they have Copycat Friday, and what they do is they take a scene from a movie or a music video, and they recreate it, but doing it their own way, and stuff like that can really get the juices flowing, and it's amazing how something like that can like click with you, and you're off to the races, and then if you're like me, you're inspired and up till 4 a.m. like editing and stuff like that. Once it goes, I find it hits like lightning, and they're really cool. And you find channels like that. I believe sometimes the bigger ones are helpful for that, just because they're doing it so much that you can always count on them having newer stuff because they have to keep fresh. So that's kind of my go-to. And like they're not a gigantic channel; they're not 10 million or anything around there. They're really still pour a lot into their work as they're growing. So but writer's block and descriptions, as the NSF was saying, that is hard. Titles are sometimes hard. Some people are good titles. Like when I worked in advertising, media, making music ads for musical equipment all the time. Like I know how many times I just stared at my screen for an hour, wondering. I thinking I'm not going to be able to do this again. I've been pumping them out for years. I did that for 7 years and for 21 major lines, and doing posters and doing ad like print material. I remember shooting ads. I was just saying that last night with a 4 megapixel camera at the time, which was phenomenal. But I had writer's block constantly. I would sit there and literally just feel like my head was mush. And you can get tired of it. The same as when I worked physical labor, mental and physical labor fatigue is the same. It's the same feeling of just you can't go any further. And sometimes just getting away from it a little bit helps. Just go outside, go for a drive. I always pretty much write most of my videos that you've seen have always been written by finding the music first. And I'll spend an evening, for instance, going and just listen to hundreds of songs. And there's certain songs that click, and I have no idea what's going to go with them. I have no idea, but I know I got to use it somewhere. And my best example of that is the video I did. She brought back these to Montreal because I had that song for months kicking around, and I desperately wanted to use it. I just had to find the right footage to work with it, and I had it all the time. I used a bunch of B-roll that I had taken last year driving around Montreal, and the girl in the video is actually my niece who Xenia did a photo shoot with the year before. And when it clicked, it just clicked. And then all of a sudden it was just bang, bang, bang. Because that video was only supposed to be short. It was only supposed to be about a minute and a half. So I was going to jump into the second verse. I even went into Adobe Audition, cut the music, re-edited to open on that track with the She's Busting Out. I'm Busting Out starting from there. And the more I listened to it, the more I just had to keep using the song, and it grew and grew into I think it's about 4.5 minutes or something. But some people are different. Some people need the footage. I like music because I don't have actors in my videos, unless it's a wedding or anything like that. There's very few actual humans in the spotlight, so the music takes precedence. The music is the main character, and the video is there to complement the audio, which so it's like the secondary.
Hi, Uzulu. Welcome back. Nice to see you.
Another prior guest.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, talking about the sunset pictures, ADGAH, maybe you know already, but if my aim of the day is to shoot the sunset or sunrise, or oftentimes I actually do portrait series after sunrise because I like it better than sunset golden light. You have an app. There's lots of apps. The one that I used is Sunset Sunrise. It actually tells you in your area, once you put the location, what is the best time for a golden hour, what is the time every day, like for sunset and sunrise. So that way you can be prepared before that and not miss the best time. A lot of photographers use it, sunset, sunrise, but I'm sure you can find the one that works best for you too. And it's free, by the way.
Exactly. And I mean, it's a very short window. It's supposed to be an hour, but sometimes it can only be a few minutes. So
yeah, it depends if you are in a shady area. If you are in the area with lots of trees, for example, your golden hour is going to be much shorter, obviously, or if it's a hilly area. So, but try to use that app if you haven't. It really is neat and it does help for sure.
I wanted to address two things. Dexter wrote, if you watch my channel trailer, I shot it with the iPhone 6S on an Osmo mobile. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
That's perfect. I will definitely check that out because it's always good for everybody to see examples of how that works. So thank you for sharing that. But Kevin Clymer, finding music to videos are always the hard thing. Well, there isn't or isn't. There is a lot of music out there. And because you shoot shorter videos mostly, I mean, I know you shoot some long ones, but mostly a lot of shorter ones. Maybe you could look at making like a series. Our last couple of weeks, we've been doing that living photo series. The music doesn't change. The photos do, but the music doesn't. And that way it helps brand it as a series. And, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And, you can use that music over and maybe make like a small intro and then show your clips each time. And that way you can reuse the same music, you don't have to search, and people will start associating it with your, it could be like indoor, I don't know, whatever name you come up with, indoor climbing, hitting the rocks, whatever name you decide to give it that title, that music kicks in, and then that video shows. Same with the music we use for our intro. Now we use it every day for our promo video. We use it for the opening of here. And that song has become very synonymous with us, and people don't even realize it yet. If they were to hear that song now it just kicked in playing on their phone and it was off visually, they would still probably think of us now because we use it for all that constantly. Just it's good to keep it's good to have variety, but some things, especially associated with your brand, is very good to have. Familiarity, and you know what I mean, like the same song.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, if anybody knows the word I'm going searching for, please type it because I sound like a train wreck.
Branding, cohesive branding. I just posted 2 links up. Go check it out. Oftentimes there is a question about where to get the music, and also to add to what Andrew said, obviously there is a library on YouTube that you can use, and you can download it as well. But there is also a lot of places where you can download music for free, and that is copyright free, or it's copyright with attribution, which is still good. 2 of the links that I have used successfully on YouTube, meaning that there has been no strike, so and there's been pretty good reviews about them, is Hook Sounds and Purple Planet. There's a pretty good database of different sounds and music, even some vocals in. So that's our option. And also another big option is actually go and research on YouTube itself, because there are lots of artists that have their videos sounds as YouTube videos on, and they actually listed as copyright free. So, but
be careful.
Be careful. What you do is you contact them and get the reply, which then, if you get strike, you can always show us if the artist allowed you to use it.
Eric the Red is in. Eric the Red RC, excuse me. I'm going to call him by his full title. Good to see you. Always great to have you. Rolling Homestead and Wild Edibles in Wisconsin. I'm sure that means is back. Welcome back. Amazing to have you. I love seeing the new and our returns all mixing together and everything. That's such a great feeling. It's just so many things going on for so many people. That's what I think everybody really wins. Anybody's never seen before, here's the audio library. You can search for different songs, different types, pick genres, different ones, moods. You want to focus on an instrument, duration, and see if there's attribution required or not required. Basically, what that means, if you have to put a tag in your video, like in the descriptions, mentioning the artist or not. And you can find tons of music here, lots of stuff. You just download here, and the song goes through. You want to play it, you hit play, and you can test your song. There is a slider there. See, we're free to use this one, so we can play this here actually. And you can slide through, check out your song. You want it, just click your download button, and you got it. Oh, it's already downloaded. That was fast. I'm just going to look and see if I just gave a link, by the way, in the description in case anybody's never been there before.
So if you missed it in the chat, there has been 3 links in the last 2 minutes that you can access different audio files in.
DJ Mix Home. This is another place that I go. This is kind of a cool one. You can find some good music on here as well. It's people, and this is actually a good one if you want to find music with vocals. I find it's been worked out pretty decently for me. Here, I'm just gonna close it for a sec. You'll see a black screen, but I'll just give you the link. There's another one for you. The music is important. It really is. That's especially, like I say, it's just the tone for everything. We were talking to somebody. We might actually have a challenge coming up. And I think it's going to be pretty cool. I've been talking to somebody, another one to collaborate on too. And it's going to involve everybody. And it's going to be a challenge on making videos. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We got to actually get back on that.
Definitely.
So that actually jogged my memory tonight. Yeah, I have a bunch of them here, and I haven't done them in a couple weeks, so I got to remember. Yeah, see, there's all kinds. Here's a great example of one of those sites with music. So you can go on here, hear tunes, and they're saying no copyright, but just double check. Just always be safe. The old buyer beware.
Yeah, it's just as easy as sending an email or just a message.
DM them.
Make it short. Journey high and Zero Stake high as well.
Wow.
Welcome. That's what we're using. Yeah.
Sorry, just before, guys, if there's any new ones in here, we can't check you out right now. We're on the live stream, and if you do go and like what we do, and you subscribe to us, please just leave a message so I can check you out when it's done. I'm like a kid in a candy store. The moment we're done, that's the first thing I do is go to see if there's any new faces and go check yours out as well. So.
Yes, that's right. You get a strike for copyright music, but the thing is, I'm just looking discussion
Yep.
between Down the Rabbit Hole and Life with Ken and Jane, and talking about can you cover a song?
Take care of
Uh,
Violet Bird. Her husband's
yes, you
home.
my check that message. Yes, you can. Obviously, there's lots of people doing singing and stuff. Definitely, you gotta attribute it. You gotta say that it's a cover. Like
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch of rules if you want to do it as a cover. But the thing is, copyright notice is not so bad in a way, even, but you get a strike and
Yeah.
they count the strikes. So it's not, a single copyright notice is not going to do anything.
No.
But if you're going to start collecting them, it can, or, you know, end up with banning your channel for a while or giving you 30 days, offline or
You
things
get a
like
3
that.
month waiting on one before you're able
Yeah,
to
even if you're not
monetize, so-
monetized, it has nothing to do with it. So just be careful with that.
And it can hurt you later on if you do want to monetize. If you have a track record, even every couple of months getting that same strike type over and over.
Mm-hmm.
It's not worth it. There's lots of great music out there. It's not worth getting involved with.
Oh, yeah.
And then if you do covers, like Xenia said, make them blatantly clear they are covers. Don't try in any way to leave anything out. Overstate it than understate it.
Yeah, 20 minutes online looking for the music is gonna, you're gonna end up with a few tracks that you could use. So just set up the time and you'll find it something that suits your taste.
Looking for music is like going into an old, really great music store. Remember years ago when you'd thumb through the records? That's what it feels like to me. I'm always waiting for finding that next jam. And there's so many great ones out there. And that's why I like going in when I'm not in desperate need of a song for a video, because I always want the song to be the setting for the video. So I'm waiting for that song that kind of clicks with me and says, yeah, this will work. Like I can do something with this. I don't know what yet, but it's definitely good. Well, like Roy, we were talking about writer's block. That's what starts my creativeness, is that song. And I'm just thinking, and I listen to a song 1,000 times. I want to know every hiss. I want to know every miss of a scratch of a guitar pick. I want to know every time the 16 beats are used on the hi-hats, because that's all going to fall into your editing later on. And something else, like a lot of you work on timeline videos. I don't know how many of you can use markers. What I do is say I'll just say a 2.5 minute song, and you have your beat. You're like, then I just listen to it a couple times. I really get that song in my head. And in Premiere, M is for your markers. So I go like, and I'm just tapping my finger where I know I'm going to make an edit. It won't be dead on, but it's going to be very close. Then I have a rough idea where my clip's going to fit. Then I'll bring my clips in and start setting them up roughly in there. And then I'll use the rolling edit tool. I like that tool because it takes 2 clips. And instead of cutting one and dragging back and then bringing the other, it takes between the 2 clips. If you click in the middle and drag, it takes less off this one, adds more to the other. So I'll bring them down. And then when I'm roughly got that all set up and I know where my beats are, and also too, as a side note, say it's going into the chorus, it's like it goes that I'll blow it up more, and I'll just take my time and slow down the track and and then if I even need to follow more beats and I want to have a flash into it, I'll go back and go in between them. And those markers are hugely important because that is easier than going back and listing all the time and trying to line up. Once that's done, then it's going back, and that takes an hour, however it takes, blowing it up and just starting to look at the sound waves. And where you see that shot, usually you'll see like your green, 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 and then it'll be a dip and it goes up. You got to change there, and that's where you want to get it. So your marker was close from doing that with your finger, but now that's where you're getting right on. And guys, it's worth the extra work because milliseconds do count if you're following the beat. And people will pick it out a mile away, and that's sad because you've already gone through all the work of getting it so close. You've got to finish it, and it is noticeable. It is the right way to do it. It's everybody does it that way for a reason. Is to really get in there and wait for those moments. And as a side note, you've seen our intro where it looks like somebody going on our channel and clicking and all that. If you have stuff like dings on that, you kind of do the opposite. You want your ding to go halfway between your action and on the other side, because if you put it at the end, it looks too delayed. So it's like ding. You want it to be like ding, so it looks like it's just tapped right on. Just a side note, but anything with sound effects, usually works the opposite, and you want it between the two clips.
There's a question about doing a remix of a song. Well, it's called a derivative works, so you still gotta get the permission from the source music that you're using for your remix, and it can still be striked as a copyright infringement, even if it's a remix. So be careful with that too. Talking about intros, there was a question from Rolling Homestead and Wild Edibles. Where or how to make a good intro?
A good intro is the exact same thing, the same principles as any other movie. Like I'm a hard critic of my own work, and I don't think something's ever left where Xenia hasn't had to counsel me for 2 days on telling me you did good and it's all great. I still beat myself up and I should have made this one. I am happy with our intro. It's short, it's to the point. It's a little longer actually than what a lot of intros should be. You should be like, not more than 10 seconds. I see so many videos where they have a 50-second intro for a 2-minute movie. 8 seconds is a lot. 8 seconds, you can tell a lot. It depends what you want to say. Ours, just because ours is so fast at the beginning for that reason, and then the click, subscribe, like. Go fast. Make it movable. Make it. It's a real. Everything that we do on video on our channel, everything is a business card, and it's one step closer to people connecting with us more. Find your intro you like and be very consistent with it. Show your name, something flawed. Guys, please, I'm seeing a lot of this lately. There's a lot of templates to do like over top effects to find out it's a gardening channel. Please don't do that. There's so much more. I love an out of focus field and zoom just for the sound effect, or just the lightly opened up. It's already in there, and just even put a little bit of camera shake to make the logo look like a little off like that. It says so much more than and then somebody lightly digging in the dirt to furry. You don't need it, and it's just starting to become a trend again, and it feels like the early 2000s. It's not Star Wars, and it's not needed. There's so much to be said for simplicity, and we preach this, Xenia and I, all the time. Plugins are the same as effects. They're used in such moderation and only when absolutely necessary.
Real Canadian Lunker Hunter was talking about best and easiest editing software. Also talking, the 16-year-old uses her MacBook and manipulates clips like nobody's business. It makes me sick how easy she makes it look. Well, if you have MacBook, use DaVinci Resolve. We just talked about it earlier. It's free. Of the versions that you need for easy use is free. And it's quite easy to understand as well. So DaVinci Resolve, check that out.
Well, it's easy, but also too with like they have Final Cut or whatever for Mac too.
Yeah.
There's no shame in using that one. I want to stress that one. There's lots of people doing it and putting out good videos. A lot of the big YouTubers are using it that use Mac. I mean, guys that have millions of subscribers. So it's already there. You have it.
Also, one thing too, you can also use, if you use, for example, a Premiere, and I'm not really a video editor, and if you want just something quick, there's lots of templates that you can use and just, edit to put your name in, your channel's name in.
That's
it's
right.
going to have a 3 or 5 second intro something, and you just, change the color or the text, and it's ready. So just type in the Google free Premiere or whatever video software you're using, intro templates, and check it out. And that's probably the easiest way of doing it.
And another side note, some people are getting into Premiere and stuff because they're told to use it, and that's good. It is a good program, and I really love it, and that's my personal weapon of choice. But some people are burning out onto it quickly because then they get somebody that always tells them, oh, if you get that, you have to learn After Effects too. After Effects, stay away from it unless you really want to get into it, because it is a whole nother kettle of fish. That's for animations. You can do most of those animations like lower thirds, like your name or, those little pop-ups like you see in the news or on documentary videos. You can do all that in essential elements now in Premiere. Because sometimes people go into After Effects and then they just crash because they think it's too much of an overload.
No, it's not needed.
It's not needed. I use it. I almost never use it anymore myself. I just don't need it. It's made for, its name is After Effects, and it's basically to add effects into videos or to make like complex animations and stuff like that. Yeah, some of the stuff's really cool, but it is a ton of work.
Also, I would
Yeah.
say a cheat tip. I think the best editing software is on phones. It's the easiest ones because they're very intuitive. You can drag and drop with your finger. And as
Buy Life with Ken and Jane. Sorry, because you're leaving. I
Yeah.
leave.
Phone apps are really good
Yeah.
for that. So if your video is not long, or you can, do it through your cloud service, use some of the phone apps that are there for video editing.
Yeah.
It's so much easier than all these big programs, especially if you're not into editing. There's no need for that.
Yeah.
By the way, a shout out highs to the recent comebacks and hellos. Vanessa Kitty, hi. Nathan Likes Drums is back. Terrell, welcome back. Camaro time. Did I miss you earlier? Hi. What about backlighting? I'm intrigued. Hello, Marcel Harding.
How are you, Marcel?
Yeah. Did I see everybody? I hope.
We have such chemistry tonight.
I just wanted to give a shout out.
It's good. No, but we're always cutting each other off tonight. I think it's great. Oh, you're off, Tracy. Thank you so much for coming. Great to have you. Thank you. Guys, we still have a bit more time on. We're going to be on for a little bit. So if somebody hasn't sent out a Twitter about it, if you could do that, it's really appreciated. It really does help. Tell your friends.
Real Canadian Lunker. Yes, that's a great idea. If she's into your graphics and editing, it's definitely something there to look into, especially if she's interested in it. Sounds like it's really comes easy for her. There's going to be lots of demand and into that. I mean, most of our lives, our meaning human lives, are revolved around the internet right now, and lots of businesses are going more and more into that internet platform. So definitely there's a future for digital editing, and I would even consider 3D editing because that's something VR, virtual reality graphic editing. If that's something you should be interested in, I think a couple years from now that would be a very high demand. So just a quick tip. Yes. Hi, Camaro. That's why I thought maybe I missed you, but so hi now. Tracy, bye. Don't forget to come back and comment on the video after it's uploaded. Life with Ken Jane was leaving. Yeah. What about the backlighting you were talking about? Did I miss something? So many gimmicks. Yeah, about overusing. Well, yeah, like lately, overused. Well, it's kind of fading out, but like double exposure in photography has been so overused, and especially with all the new apps that just make it 2 clicks and it's done, which is nothing bad with it, but just everybody started to do it, so it's like just way too much of it. Who in the we always now lately, I think not yesterday, but in the last couple of videos we have gotten, I think, 2 thumbs down, which is fine. It's still a view and it's still watch time, even if it's a couple seconds. So don't have a problem with that. Just bring them on, right? Custom cards. Hey, Push and everyone stepping by to say what's up, quick what's up. I can't do it the way Andrew does it. Rocket Scientist, yeah, I know. We hate to see you go too. We'll come back after and watch it in case there is something useful information. You're going fishing, real Canadian lunker. Tight lines, my friend. Oh, you're saying try to fit. Oh, okay. Sorry, I see. I should have sat down and read a few more lines before I said that. I just wanted to catch you before you left. I think I caught up with the chat. So yeah, you say goodbye to Fishing with Bottles. Yeah. Because I love his. Yeah. I always love his channel handle. Yeah. Goodbye, Fishing with Bottles. I love it. Yeah, silhouetting. Yeah, now I know what you mean. Yes, yeah. Noir pictures, a lot of that. Oh, yeah. It just if you just look through the photography website, it's like UBug and 500px. 500px actually like a bit better, but if you look through there sometimes it's just every second picture is the latest trend. But um, yeah, YouTube is unsubbing. We talked about that before already. That there is a problem with that, but
It's a problem, but it's also like an audit.
Yeah.
You can't take it so to heart. And a lot of times it's not you being punished, it's the one who was doing something wrong was being unpunished. And if you did and you had a bad, you added a lot of people. I'm not standing up for YouTube. It's just their way of trying to keep things honest, somewhat. But it is a pain, and I can't stand it. And we've lost as many as 21 in one night.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
disheartening, but pick up and just move on. As they're not going to change it for us, no matter even what are we going to do. Protest, they're not going to listen. So buck up.
Last time when we talked about it, sorry, just a joke. I was saying that we all are humans, and it's understandable that we sometimes take to heart when there are people unsubbing. And I remember that Patsy was in, and she said some of them are not.
Yeah.
Because she's a doll,
yeah.
puppet.
Yeah, no, that was a good one. That's typical Patsy humor.
Every time now I see somebody unsubbed, I thought, oh, maybe another one. It just was so funny. Sorry, I just couldn't forget about that.
That's right, Camaro time. People get too hung up on it, and it's too like when you're running. It's like if you're practicing for if you're training for a marathon, you have a bad day. People get really down on it. Some people really take it to heart, and you move on. And it's hard, like us. And I'm not looking for pity. Honestly, going from 1250 to 13, whatever we're at right now, has been way harder than 42 to 1250. Because when you first started, everybody wants to be your friend, and then the closer you get to, like when you get around 500, we kind of like plateaued. I found it hard from like 700 to 750.
Yeah,
and then 750 to 1,000 felt almost like the beginning all over again. And then once over your 1,000, it's amazing when you go into a channel and people are saying, "I got your back. I subbed you. I subbed you. I subbed you," and you go over and look and there's messages for you to run back over and they've given you all their love and to go check theirs out, and you can tell right away that's not the case. But it's understandable, and not everybody's like that. It just happens a lot more. So I've found really this part is really hard because people are looking at, well, they already got over 1K, so they don't really need to be supported. But that's almost fine in a way, because then the people now supporting me are really truly coming back more. So I guess I'm getting this better subscribers now. Not as many, but more consistent.
Yeah, and more people are returning for the content, which is what you want at the end of it anyway, right? And you can see in your analytics how much return subs you have. And also, to address what you guys talking about, one, it's a glitch sometimes, so you always got to consider that. And the other thing is just the algorithm again. It's not your per se channel or the channel got on sub. They consider how active you are, how active is interaction between the two channels. Well, the bot considers it, okay? So how often do you go over? How often do you respond to notifications about the channel? Do you comment? Do you like? Things like that. And if the more interaction there is, the less chances it's going to be unsubbed. But there's also always a glitch too. So, it happens.
Hi, Aaron. Thank you for coming. Good to see you.
I wouldn't say they're meanies. I really think their AI, and we have talked about it before, is not yet taught too well. It's not educated enough.
It's educated in some parts almost to the point that I've used the expression, it's not like the cow has left the farm, but it definitely gets out of the field sometimes. The engineers are just trying to catch up with it. It's because it isn't unpredictable. It is an AI, and it is made to learn. So it's an understandable adapt, and it's not always going to adapt the way they were hoping to. So once again, I always say it, I'm not wearing a tinfoil hat. No one won't take over the world or kill our banking system. It will just it's just got to be some catch up.
Although there was a question which comments are ending up in a spam folder, whereas obviously there are keywords that if people are using like subs and counts and hashtag number and all those return and support. But also, if people are using links, also if it's too short, it's like 2 words or three, that's gonna end up in spam too. And again, some are just legit too.
Anything else?
Well, I don't know. There are questions there, so if you're getting at them, then no.
Okay, I have to log back. No, I didn't want to cut you off. So
Go ahead. There are a couple questions there.
oh yeah, I was now I'm opening up for the next part. I'm trying to get a window open here, so you can go for a little.
So people are, you guys have logged down with your nightly chats. I want to know what to talk about. Well, that's why we have guests.
That's
most
right.
of the time. What's the view time threshold? How many hours? 4,000.
Yeah. And it does happen, guys, and it is frustrating, and it is very important. And somebody wrote that a while ago. You know, that's just half about maybe Camaro Time wrote it. It is. It really is. 1,000 sounds like a mountain, but it's not. It's the watch time that's a lot of watch time. So really, don't lose focus onto that one because it is important, and it's not just put on a couple of videos and it's going to get there. It definitely takes some time. So, not that the 1,000 isn't important, it is, but watch time is super important. That's part of the reason why we did this channel is because we've not only gained a lot of watch time by doing the live stream, but we've also been able to build a lot better bond with you guys.
Yeah.
So, it's a long-term investment is more when the live streams came into play.
And if you are posting the pre-edited videos, what is your consistency? Like down the rabbit hole is saying, well, she's like 1,400 hours right now. How often do you post? Because fortunately, if you don't have that 1,000 and more, that's where the subs are counting. Because if you are, let's say, posting 2 or 3 times a week and you have 100,000 supporters, well, you're not going to get those hours. That's why you need more and more supporters. That's why, as Andrew said, it's no, oh, I don't need supporters. No, you do need them. How are you going to get the watch time otherwise, right? So you have to have consistent. And I would say the less hours and the less supporters you have, the more consistent and often you should be posting.
Yes, exactly. Camaro Time. I've gotten the comment, love the video, excellent. And then they asked where it was filmed, location. Exactly. You know, and that really bugs me something because the whole point of why I wanted more sub, we weren't doing this for money, was so my work could get a little more appreciation. Not, I don't mean worse. I just somebody watching it that actually like what I do. And that stuff really hit me in the heart at first. Like, just was like a dagger. But I'm realizing through it all, I've used the expression is like getting subs is kind of like planting a field of wheat. And for every 100 seedlings you drop, 70 to 90% of them work and 10 to 30% of them are duds. And just look at it that way. Celebrate your yields and consider the other stuff as kind of loss.
Aaron, you have 10,000 hours and did it with under 100 subs. Well, if you have very dedicated subscribers, congratulations to you, and that's great. And you probably have lots of people that are not subscribing and are watching, which I don't know. Maybe it might be good, maybe not. But you get your time at least. That's good.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, it works for everybody. You're going to get all kinds of people promising all kinds of crazy stuff and like that. Get out and just find stuff that people want to watch. If people really, know your audience better. That's the only thing I can give you as advice.
Some people have more troubles getting the hours, and some people have more troubles getting supporters. They watch their videos, but they don't press the button. So maybe that's something you want to address if you want to monetize it. If not, then
work with your audience. Like I see Camaro Time here, 6 months, almost 8,500 hours of watch time. 6 months, only at 220 supporters. But Camaro Time's a good example of that. Keeping your videos at decent length. He's into a niche, and he's very, very active in that niche. Not that it's not a niche doesn't always mean small. Niche, and especially in the Camaro automotive and that, there's a huge following. They're very dedicated. That's a great, like for instance, with me with my train videos, it's very hard because I don't make just train videos. So there's a lot of the purists that kind of have a problem with what I do into it. So it's harder for me to get into those circles and to get people seeing what I do. And that was disheartening because I really put a lot in my train work. But in the end, what can you do? So, I'm still doing them because I love doing them. But the live streams bring out the best yield for us. It was my structured water works video, structured water videos. Okay. Well, that's great. There's not. That's the great. Like, and that's it. Like, find what's working for you and capitalize on it. That's so important. Oh, I see what happened now. I can chat reset. Okay, I gotta fix that for myself. You got yeah, you answer. I gotta.
What happened?
It's I'll explain to you after. Yeah.
Okay. Now I lost something after.
Yeah, it says me under unless it must have reset. No, it has the secondaries because.
Did I mention I love trains, Marcel Harding? Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, custom parts will be right here.
Yeah.
It was your structured water video. So I'm gonna go back and check that out.
Perfect. We got it.
Yeah, Camara time saying that's the meanest. This Pusa. I had a great time getting the supporters. Yeah, it's usually one or the other. So we all have some problems to deal with.
Yeah.
Who is the artist behind you? Well, this is, and we have talked about that in the beginning and yesterday too. This is a special dedication from Doodles by Doug channel. You can check it out. He did a live stream on Sunday where all live stream was dedicated creating this doodle. Yep. And that's us.
Isn't that cool?
That's Andrew, and that's me.
It was based on a gag one night we had here where we put in the monkey and the pillow dressed as us, and we were just so amazed by that. I was so honored to have that.
Go check it out, Doodles by Doug.
Yeah,
really cool channel. It's really fun. So definitely. Yes, my first channel was photography related, just was not getting much support. Have people noticed my cars in some of the videos, so it changed, and so did the channel name. Okay, so you
yep.
changed the same channel to a different channel. Is that what you're saying? That's a good way of doing it.
All that stuff is great.
Yeah.
We preach that all the time. Redo your thumbnails, descriptions, all those things. After a while, it will make YouTube tricked into thinking it's a new video, and we'll start pushing it again.
Yeah, and that's another thing what we talked about as well. Definitely go back if your videos are not performing well. Go back and redo your description or title, add or change up your tags. If it's doing well, maybe don't touch it and leave it as it is. But if it's not, go and check it out. Also, some people say, well, wait for 3-4 months. No, if it's having 10 views, well, what are you waiting for?
You can't hurt it any more than it's already going.
25 in 3 months?
Yeah.
If we're talking about thousands, well, yeah, fine. Yeah. But if it's a couple tens, well, go and change something now, because...
it's like your house is burning and you're saying, I'm waiting for the flames to engulf the garage before I put water on it.
Well, yeah, exactly. So... a couple of days. We're not the 100,000 subscriber channels here, so it doesn't really apply to us. It doesn't work. Change stuff up. I'm gonna post a Doodles link.
Camera Time also put something here that's really good. He says also try to add a face to your thumbnails. The bot looks for yes, it does, and a great example of that. And once again, guys, you hear people crapping on the big guys. Go look at what the big guys are doing because they've already had people who spent a lot of money to figure out what works. And Linus Tech Tips, he does all of these videos behind green screens. So they have tons of maybe 500 facial expressions that they can pull up at a moment's notice to make their thumbnails. And his are all right in the front, and the face. And he did in his honest answers. He's because some people the ones he had for a long time hate the new thumbnails. And like he said, do you think I like contorting my face like that? Do you think I want my children getting older and saying, oh, look at my dad looking like a goof on a thumbnail? The reason why they do it, because it's been proven to work. That's why they do it. Like in his videos, when he used to talk about computers, he'd be there for 20 minutes and we're doing this and that. Now you watch them when they do their videos, it's always, and this monitor will work with this one because it's so much bigger. It's all that hand presentation action that's made to appeal the audience and to the bot. They're not doing it because they got nothing better to do. They're doing it because it works. So why argue with them if they spent the money and the time and they have the resources to find out you're not copying them. That's the inspiration part. That's where you take the bits and pieces that you need and not become them. Use those and make them your own.
ABH Travels thumbnails are so hard to make. Well, last Tuesday I was showing a very funny way of making it as a result, but it's nevertheless the process is the same. You can use Canva if you don't want to use Photoshop. If you don't want to use YouTube built-in thumbnail maker, or even TubeBuddy has its own thumbnail maker, you can use Canva.com. It has already sized to liking to the thumbnail size template, and you can drag and drop all your text there. Change the color, add pictures, customize it the way you want it, and then download and upload it as a thumbnail. You can check it out in our last week's Tuesday Tech Talk. I think at the last half of it, I was doing a little funny tutorial on it, sharing the screen while creating it. It was a cat and puppy being suggested by the audience. But nevertheless, again, the process is the same. So check it out, canva.com.
Yeah. And it does work good. It's really neat. You use it all the time for all kinds of things.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. Like if you have noticed our posters on Twitter, I use I use the same kind of template now because I created it now. I just change, some pictures and colors. But I use Canva. I can use Photoshop.
Yeah.
I use it for my photography a lot, so I can use it. But I choose to save time. Why to go and do it on Photoshop? It's so much easier, and it's already sized to Twitter post size, because once again, it's a different size than Facebook post or Instagram post. And I create it there, and it saves it. And I just go back and change up the color, and it's ready. So why complicate things just because they're available? Just because I know how to use Photoshop doesn't mean I can't use something that is easier.
I never know where to find that.
Well, what were you going to show?
One of our things.
Puša and profile.
Okay.
And then just scroll down and you just see.
Oh, okay. So,
and there are numerous of them. If you go to,
just down through here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So you can see them. So I'm just going to post a link right there now for what?
There. So there's the same thing Xenia was using for thumbnails. You can see we keep things, she keeps a consistency, which is great. And that's good, guys. Like, it's good to be creative in places, and she's very creative in the same way as we do the promo videos every day, the same and that. We don't complicate our lives, and it's good because people associate it once again with a brand, to the point after a while they see it without even fully seeing the message. I still love that.
You can go to the moments, and you can see all of them side by side. Go moments and live with Puša.
Where's moments?
Right here. Scroll up. Yeah.
Not there.
And the first one, you're going to see all our live side by side. Yeah.
You can see how much I use Twitter.
Yeah, so if you scroll down, you're just going to see. As you see, they have a certain consistency to them. They just have the same, all of them have the same look, but they just change the colors of the graphics. And they are all made by canvas.com. Sometimes I use Pixabay for pictures just because Canva doesn't supply really a big library of free pictures, and I don't want to take rough pictures. There's tons of stock photos that are my own that I can use, but it's just sometimes easier. So I just go to Pixabay, which I'm also going to post the link on, download the picture there, like put on, I don't know, computer or, background mountain, download it and upload it back to Canvas and use that.
Okay, Maritime, you use DaVinci Resolve, so you are using it? Yes, it is. It does have a learning curve, and it's free. That's right. That's cool. I was waiting to hear from somebody that used it. So I take it you're pretty happy with it? I should have mentioned that earlier. Well, we did mention it earlier. I don't think you were in at the time. Because I'm pushing, instead of Premiere, that's a great alternative to it, and it is very powerful.
And Photoshop, like I said, Maritime, exactly. I started using I was doing our couple of first posters I was doing in Photoshop, but then why? Yes, you can save the template and layers and just change up the pictures, but it still takes longer time than dragging and dropping.
That's right.
just because I know it, I'd rather go and use that. And I have used Canvas now for a long time. Even when we had here at Iceland,
Yeah.
and so for years now, I've been using it. They have changed some things up, and actually, if you use their app
Welcome, Janet.
version, it has a little bit different layout. It's only available though if you have data or access to internet. It actually has more options for social media posts, like you have them on the web as on the website as well, like properly sized for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, as I was saying, thumbnail and banners and so. But if you download the Canvas app, it's have even more options just for posting. So just check it out, both, and see whichever you like better.
Have a good night, Real Canadian Lunker. Thanks for coming, and it's been great. You have lots of great interaction with you and that. Always a pleasure. Camera time, I'm happy with it. DaVinci Resolve, so many things I can do with it, but the free part is what got me started using. Exactly. 100%. You got a lot of power there for that's. It almost amazes me that they give that much of that program away for free.
Yeah.
It really does.
Marcel forgot to smash that like button. Now you have 37. Well, if somebody forgot to smash it, go and smash it hard. Put that like. Or if you really dislike that, well, then just put the thumbs down.
Oh, you posted a new vlog, Janet. Oh, congratulations. We'll have to go check that out after. Thank you so much for telling us. Excellent.
Oh, that's cool. I'm definitely going to go and check it. Is there any free intro makers that aren't watermarked? Most of them are going to be watermarked, but as I said, if you go to Google and you write free intro template and whatever you're using for your video editing, I don't know, free intro template Premiere. You download the template, you change the text and maybe color, and there you go. That's going to be free and easy. It probably will take 3 minutes to make. If you want something more complicated, well, I'm going to look into Premiere or other software that does it. So
yeah, see there. So yeah, if somebody wants to take the time, and remember, for any of these software, there's 1.5 million tutorials on YouTube, whichever one you choose. If you want to step things up a little bit, DaVinci Resolve is a great way to go because it's free, and because he just reiterated, there are a bunch of features in it. The only that you only get with the paid version, but it does everything I need. And it does do a lot. Like, it's a lot more free features, way more than what you get, you lose from the paid version. The paid version, why I would use it sometimes was it's supposedly the best one yet for removing noise, especially for low light.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why Linus Tech Tips, again, that's what they do. They work with Adobe Premiere, and they buy the DaVinci Resolve. Only one computer has it. And that's used only for doing anything that needs a bit of noise reduction.
Yeah, and as a farmer or still current photographer, you know that reducing noise in photos and videos is a very hard thing. Reducing noise without losing the sharpness of the image. So that's why it's so important. That's why even pros use it. So
I use Neat. Oh my God, I'd have to see the name again. It's a plugin I use for it. Neat Video. And what you do is you're going to your video and you're going to open up the panel screen. You pick a frame, and then you're going to pick one but it's very hard to use because it's got to be a very even. It's got to be a decent size. It'll show you there's a rectangle, and it's going to go from red to yellow to green, and you need it in the green basically to be able to get a proper assessment. So you see our wall behind us, like right here. Even though we have a lot of orange, this wouldn't work. But the simple reason is there's too many shades within it, too many gradient. You literally need something like a white background or a really black suit. Like my shirt might work as long as it's not getting too much light on one side to be able to make it work. When it does work, it works good. It's very, very GPU dependent. And you want, I don't know if you guys know that, but any plugins you got, especially the 32-bit, most of them you can associate. You can assign them at the beginning that your plugins will run off of your GPU, your video card, instead of your processor. So it takes the weight off of it. Because video editing, you don't need a fancy video card. That's a very big misconception. That's gaming. You don't need it for video editing. You need a decent one if you're running like a big 4K monitor or something to power that. But as for the video editing itself, you don't. But if you do a lot of effects and not like zigzagging and flying lights, noise reduction is a great example of that. It is heavily, heavily dependent on your GPU, and it takes a ton of time. Like what you could render in 2 minutes, once you do noise reduction, you've automatically brought it up probably 8 times longer to render. So just be prepared for that.
Camera time, Adobe is arguably the leader in noise reduction and even camera shake. Noise is the photo's worst nightmare. Yes. What do you use for noise reduction?
And it is in photography, but not so much for videography.
Yeah, and I will comment on that once you say what you're using. I'm just interested what you're using. I'm actually not using something particular. It's just a technique that I'm using to do it. So I just want to hear if that's something that you're using that you can suggest.
We're happy to have you back here too, Jenna. We missed you. We really do.
Yeah.
You know, like you're such a sweetheart. You've always been such a good supporter, and I know it's hard to keep like tight bonds all the time on YouTube. There's so many places to go and things. Everybody's doing their own thing and trying to get things done. But it is nice to have you here. We always did, always do, and always will appreciate you. So.
What camera do you use for the streams? I've noticed when you get close with the dark shirt on, it does not change exposure. Or are you in manual? It does change exposure a little bit. It's probably not as noticeable with the dark, but like with our faces, like if I start to go closer and Andrew stays there, you're gonna see the difference. Sometimes that's why we look like ghosts when we forget to change our lights here. We use a camera that Andrew bought.
Logitech C922.
Yeah. For the first streams, we just used a laptop camera, but we upgraded all. It's pretty good. It actually, the neatest part about it, I like the mini tripod that is on. It's like this little tiny thing. It's amazing. So cute. Too bad I can't show it to you. There's some noise reduction only programs out there, but I just keep it out. If I have to reduce any, I use a mask in Photoshop. Yes, that's a very good idea. My ticket trip for somebody who is who's using Photoshop. First of all, I don't know if you're shooting RAW. If not, that's definitely something to suggest, but I'm sure you are doing it. And by using RAW, I can use a newly added option of camera RAW view on Photoshop, which before was only available if you were doing Lightroom and Photoshop. I still use both, but you go on camera RAW view on Photoshop, you can use the noise reducer, the general noise reducer, multiple times. So you reduce your noise, put up the clarity up, save it, close it, then open it again, and it's not gonna remember that it already reduced the noise, so you can drag that bar up again. And the same with a brush that reduces noise. You reduce your noise slightly, up your clarity a little bit, close it, save it, not completely close Photoshop, but like close the raw setting, and then opening back again, it's not gonna remember it, so you can toggle it. So that way it's never ending. So you just get a toggle between the clarity, contrast, and noise reduction. And I find it really works well because it reduces the possibility of it being blurry, because that sometimes becomes a problem. People get rid of noise, but then it looks not sharp at the end.
Thank you for coming, Janet. Thank you for dropping by. And Mickey Wilson is back from vacation. We spoke already today through messages, so it's so great to have you back. And yes, we missed you very much too. We were starting to worry about you actually, so it's good to see you. Scrumptious Model Trains, welcome. It's nice to see you're good back. You're continually coming into the chats, and that's really nice to see. It's good to have you. I always said, I like having more train guys. It's really neat. It's a couple of new ones tonight. That was great.
Yes, and more. That's great, exactly. And I'm excited for you because the grass is getting greener in Montreal, and the weather is getting nice. It's going to be plus 21 on Thursday. And what that means is that Anna's going to be getting out there and getting some trains.
She's getting sick of me over the winter. She can't wait to get me out of the house. I'll be the translator.
Oh, I got busted! Busted out.
Oh, my God.
Well, partly by stroke. It's hard to admit when it's stroke. It's been a long winter hideout. No, but in all honesty, sometimes I go with you and take pictures of the trains too. So it's just the long hours of waiting for the trains is not my thing. That's why I'm not taking videos. That's why I'm taking photos. But I am truly excited though, because this has been a long and cold winter and I haven't been able to get out to shoot trains because of that too much. And I know our son enjoys doing that with you too. In fact, one of the videos were made on your guys' trip together,
Yep.
which he enjoyed a lot. So I'm sure he's looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to new train videos.
Yeah, I want to do another trip with my son this summer. Maybe we'll do this time from Montreal to Quebec City, because that captures a lot of the runs going down through not just the Maritimes and Quebec City, but also to Maine and stuff like that. So that's something we're looking at as well. It's hard to get railway maps and stuff like that. There is guides you can buy, but there's lots of resources there, and it's kind of fun just winging it. We look through Google Street Maps, find interesting crossings.
Yeah, Andrew's best resource is himself because he often does goes and talks to the train guys on the rails, and they let him know.
Well, Scriptoria said going to help drag some more train guys here. Well, I would appreciate that. I couldn't ask for anything more than that. That would mean the world to me. And Irvin to pay tourists don't trade people. You were a truck driver. They might suck.
Now cat is out of the hat.
That's
now
right.
that's it.
That's right. That's right.
Have you ever been to Smith Falls? Where is that?
Smith Falls, New Brunswick? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, down the rabbit hole still here. Everybody's just kind of popping in and out. Well, not popping in and out, but a lot just listening and checking out.
What about that
stuff.
ice cream? Craving something sweet. Love me. I'm craving something sweet.
What happened to bottle caps today?
Actually, I talked to Battle Caps on Facebook just a little bit before stream.
He was here.
I know. He ran away to Susie, probably.
Yeah.
By the way, Susie has a scrumptiously delicious video of chocolate cherries on.
Oh, Smith Falls. Oh,
and that's what Bottle Cap sent me is a thumbnail of her chocolate cherries being opening up and cherry jam dripping.
PG.
We ate it, and now they are on sugar rush, so we are delaying bedtime. So a 2 and a 4-year-old, correct me if I'm wrong.
Smith Falls, Ontario. I know it. I am trying to picture it in my head.
Bonjour. That's all I can say. Manu fish.
Oh, bonjour, Manu. Comment ça va ce soir?
I was writing Bottle Caps about that earlier, yeah. He sent me a picture of it, like all excited at 9:30 in the morning, which his time is like 5 o'clock or something. He's in BC, so 9:30 our time is what?
Yeah, no, it's 3 hours behind.
So he was there at 6:30 having his coffee and watching Susie unpacking those chocolate cherries. That was so funny.
Okay, now I know where you're talking about, Smith Falls. Yes and no. I've been in the area. You see, I used to when I was a truck driver years ago too. I used to haul shingles, and like I drove flatbed for a little bit, and I hauled up in those areas as well. I've passed through them. It's been a while. Like some of the video I shot that you seen on that big video was out of Brockville and that. So, and then we went up a little ways up onto where the railway goes up from the 401 and goes up towards you guys a little more. So.
Fast CSX by and see you hopefully tomorrow. Yes. We have an interview with the guest, so come back.
And it's good. I hope you got to meet some people here tonight. And definitely, if you have any other train guys, please, always looking to have more in here.
Scrumptious model train. Smith Falls, Ontario has a railway museum. They used to have a Hershey factory, but that's been replaced by something different.
Oh,
interesting. We have a museum here too in Montreal, which we probably should be going checking. It's a Saint-Constant.
Mm-hmm. The train museum, yeah.
And is Manu Fish saying that he just finished his work?
I was just reading. Where was it? Camaro time. Must be talking about ball caps. LMAO. He was up late. I seen him on other streams. Yeah, I see him too. Because I'll go in and check after.
I think he never went to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's a partying man. Savon, Nicolas, yeah, just finished working.
Oh, yeah. See, I understood that. I can understand some, but not talk too much.
He understands what we're talking, and then he replies in French. It's the same with me. Like I find it, I could never. My French for written is horrible, so it's kind of the same thing.
X for rail, yes, yeah. I haven't been there. I've been living here for years now, and so I haven't visited it. So that's definitely we have to. I do remember now when we went on a trip with kids to Europe, we went, oh my God, and it took I think hours for us to find this little train museum in Denmark.
Yeah.
And it really ended up little.
Yeah.
Although very neat, it had model trains
Yeah.
and some, actual train um, parts or some, but
Yeah.
it like we drove there for 3 hours because it was advertised as this, original train museum,
Yeah.
in Denmark, and it was so tiny.
Yeah.
But the good thing the kids got to drive, like
Yeah.
do their own rails for the model train, so that was kind of neat. But
Yeah.
3 hour driving in Denmark, I don't know.
If anybody knows this, because we were at the border, we almost went down into Hamburg, Germany, and Hamburg, Germany has the largest model railway in the world. Of course, Germany, they always do that. I just want to see how big it is. I forget the name of it. Model Railway, Hamburg, and this place is insane. Homepage, yeah, miniature wonderland, but like spelled, WUNDR. Is there anything about it? Here we go. Is Hummer in October? The railway in 2016 October, it consisted of 50,525 feet of track in HO scale, which is the standard scale you see in most kits. It covers, the Alps, Austria, Hamburg, America, Scandinavia, Switzerland, uh, and the Hamburg airport, and Italy. Of the 73,195 squares, 373,195 feet of square space of floor space, the model takes 16,308 square feet. And by 2020, the exhibit is expected to reach its final construction phase, including at least a total of 10 new sections and a model area of over 24,757 square feet. The, the thing is absolutely incredible. It truly is in every sense of the word. And I kicked myself every time that we didn't go. And Xenia said we should go, and we're in the area, and that's got nobody to blame but me. But
They apparently have working airport. Yes, they do.
yeah,
And Legoland has working airport too. Oh my God, that was so neat.
yeah,
Doodles, hi! Our famous artist of our doodoo that we have already promoted
yeah.
so much today.
We sing your praises constantly, my friend.
Yeah, the kids and I love Wonderland Train Exhibit. If there was ever a bucket list item for us, yeah, I think we're definitely going to end up there.
Yeah.
In the close future. So, hi, bye, guys.
Oh.
Going for the night eating family. Thank you for all the info. You're all awesome. Like we always say, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
You guys are so incredible.
Thank you so much for coming.
And thank you guys seeing the tweets again today you did and stuff like that. You guys are such a supportive bunch. We really, really do appreciate that. You guys, Ever and Tracy, you guys are both amazing.
Did you ever go on the steam train in Gatineau, Quebec?
No.
But Andrew went on a special train on Island of Man.
Yeah, that was. I had pictures of it. I wouldn't be able to bring them up right now, but I'll find them. Actually, we'll do that but we will bring them up at some point. Yeah. It's a little steam train. It's one of the last narrow gauges in Europe, and it's Isle of Man is very tiny. Anybody doesn't know, it's between Ireland and Scotland, and it's this little island in the middle of the Irish Sea that has palm trees all over. And there is a minute 3/4 gauge, I believe it is called. I'm sure somebody will correct me on that. And you can take it all the way down into Castletown around, and then from there you just take a city bus right to the airport. And if you go north on the island, there's an old-time electric car that goes up that side, and that's all included in the package for, like, when you go to a city and you get the tour package, for all the metros and buses and that. That's actually included into it, so it's really, really cool. Oh, Nichols, welcome.
See you Camera Time. Come back tomorrow. We're going to have Coriolis Entertainment.
That's going to be really, guys, tomorrow night's going to be a fantastic show. Guaranteed on that one. It's really going to be good. So he's going to be an awesome guest. This guy has so many layers to him, I don't even know where to begin. So it's going to be a lot to see and a lot to hear.
Depends how much he's going to be willing to reveal.
Yeah.
We have had some very exciting chat there on Twitter, and I hope that he can share some of that with you two guys.
And you too, Camaro Time. You've been a great support as well. I mean, all these had, and I know sometimes we mention one, and then the others they go with that, but always remember that You two you've really been so great with us and helping us build this, and we're so appreciative. Thank you. Coffee's just the right temperature now. This thermos works good. I got to take the lid off of it, and then after 2 hours, look, it's still steaming.
And who got you this thermos? Just remember. Every time you think about how good your coffee is.
Wifey sauce. Is that right? That's a running joke we have about there's this couple on a computer tech channel. His old name used to be what was it, applesauce something, or then he calls himself now wifey sauce. It's husband and wifey sauce all the time because she's with him now.
Yeah.
Oh, you're taking off. Thank you very much. Oh, okay. Oh, Camaro was sort of a little au revoir. Perfect. Isn't that nice to see? Like little things like that. I love this channel for that. The people do these little respectful things that makes everybody included. That is so amazing things.
I had a step-grandfather, Erwin the paid tourist, is saying, who owned his own steam engine and a short part of track near Chattanooga,
wow.
Tennessee.
That's so cool.
Wow. That's so amazing.
Oh, that's really cool.
Did you got to be on it? I'm leaving too. The kids are actually ready to bed now. See you. Yeah, see you too. And I see that you are only 43 supporters away from your 1,000. So
we're trying to help you get there.
We're trying to get you up some, and hopefully soon you're going to be hitting that mark. So those of you who haven't supported down the rabbit hole yet, go and do it. Your travel bucket list.
Other channels that can thunder you through it. We'll do our part, and you get to be entertained, and you get to meet good people at the same time. We're a little slower than some of the other ones for getting subscribers, but it's the full
that's
package.
Not our main purpose,
exactly.
But
it's a little fringe.
Help out
yeah, it's like when you go have a great meal at a restaurant and they give you the dessert for free. That's what.
Where is that? Let's go.
Why did
I thought they usually give just bread for free, but.
Anyways, next question. I'm just kidding. We were supposed to ride it once, but Mom headed back home too soon. That's my God.
Tremendous. But it's so you cool. Still have a fact of that. It's amazing. That's just amazing history for the family.
Exactly.
It's really great.
You guys are really amazing people. I love you guys' stories. I look so forward to these things. I'm always learning something new about you. So many interesting things about you guys.
Well, don't forget, tomorrow we have a guest at 8 p.m. Eastern as each night, except for Sunday. We have amazing guest tomorrow, Coriolis Effectment.
This is going to be a great one. I mean, they've all been great, and we love every guest we've had on. We've been so lucky that they shared their time with us, and this will be no exception tomorrow night. It's really going to be awesome.
And Thursday, reminding we have a very special guest from
Susie!
From a podcast family. Not many know her in the YouTube family yet, but she's quite big in the podcast family. So that's going to be exciting. Have a spooky ghost paranormal activities going on. So that's going to be exciting.
Ooh, ghost scary.
Yes, and Susie, hi.
Yes.
I couldn't stop talking once I started.
It's finally got some. Oh, that was nice to hear. That was very refreshing, hon. That's the first step.
I don't think it will ever get to me. So, Jemmy!
Oh, Jemmy D!
I somehow want to call you Gummy Bear. See, I come up with my own nicknames, like Coriolis Effectment. I call Cuffs, and he doesn't mind. So
I'm sure he doesn't.
He said he doesn't. He even offered.
Where's Bottle Caps now? Susie's here.
Susie! By the way, you didn't hear that. I was just talking about how Bottle Caps introduced me to your latest video of cherries and chocolate.
Yeah, she talks about me going off a bit. I think a while ago. Yeah.
Well, he sent me a picture, a screenshot of you doing it at like 9:30 in the morning. So like 5:30 his time or 6:30. So that's how excited he was.
Yeah. You got a huge fan on your hands.
Yeah, I think he's stuck on your video. That's why he's probably not here.
Yes, Doodles. He's watching it right now. Exactly. He's probably worn out the clicker on his mouse.
Oh my god. Then he calls us 18 away from monetize. That's great. Yeah, and as we're talking down, the rabbit hole is just close to 1,000 as well. So
Again.
again and again and again and again. Yes.
No, but the mouse.
Yeah.
Okay,
again,
I wasn't sure.
And again.
I didn't know where you were steering for a second.
Yeah. Don't forget to like the stream if you haven't yet. Smash that like button. I'm surrounded by mods. Oh, excuse-moi. I'm not signed in. So,
oh, hang on.
I'm signing in.
There you go.
How you want it?
Use it wisely. Oh, sorry, hon. Okay, you can.
Yeah, they're you know. Anybody else wants a wrench?
That's pretty much the way it goes. It's so 43 likes. There, we're going by the second.
Susie's fish tanks have helped me go to sleep after exciting days. Thank you, Scrumptious. Marcel is a judge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're so, as we talk about, we're friendly and hopefully positive, so therefore it's no power trip of who has a mod or not.
Yeah. Now you're less special to Nicholas.
Yeah, sorry.
They're sorry we made you mod.
Like everybody.
Yeah. But there is that message, and any of you haven't heard it yet. The reason why we do that is everybody is respectful to each other already. We don't need a big bunch of power trips here.
Exactly.
It's just a sign of everybody. It's just a sign that everybody's respectful to each other. So, yeah, that's right. It's we're the complete polar opposite of the other channels. Actually, I did that years ago in one of the MIRC channels. I did that too because there was infighting and some were getting too crazy with it. So I just made everybody in my channel and everybody was happy.
Everybody's special.
Yep. I feel like we're gonna have like a Sesame Street moment or something like that. Everybody is special. You're special to us in one certain way.
No, like yesterday, the creepy thing,
Yeah.
We know, Susie, you're there, and hopefully you had a good day. And Marcel and Ervin hope you have a good night tonight and sleep tight.
Oh my God, you take it to a whole new level of horror film.
We hope that bugs don't bite you. And now we turn into adult swim section of Puša Studios. So if you're underage, turn your screen off and go to sleep.
You heard me, folks. She's on a roll. Pack your lunch. And
I think the stream is probably the most zen area currently on the internet. Oh, you're so sweet. We hope so. We hope that you can just come in and unwind and have a nice evening or afternoon or the start of the day, depending on where you are, and really just relax and stress-free, chat and talk and exchange information today, and in other days, just get to know each other more.
Exactly. It's a hangout. Put up your feet. It's a long day out there by the time us guys get to see you, so that's all we want to offer you guys is a chance to relax. Enjoy yourself.
Breaking news! I'm special, and you are special too.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
No, I like that.
The interesting part, since Scrumptious is a recent member of the family, we also tend to go from crazy to completely relaxed, like in 1 second. So that's also something that we.
Our barometer's all over the place. It's either a hurricane or a lazy summer day.
Like if you tune in at 10:30, sometimes it's quite wild here.
Yeah. No, but you see, Susie liked your name, and there is a lot of channel names. I
love it too.
There's some of these ones I just see, and I'm like, why didn't I think of that so many times? I love the creativity. A channel name is the first thing anybody will ever see of you. So, hey, Joe.
Joey.
How are you? Oh, do we have a new video coming out?
You know, I was so worried that we didn't get notified about your new video that the last couple of days I was going over to check if I missed something because I'm like, really?
Yeah.
And no, did I forget? It didn't come in, and I was going and checking. No, it's not there. And then yesterday again, go check. No, it's not there. So yeah, we're really looking forward. I thought something was wrong.
Yeah.
So we're really, really looking forward to your new edit.
Joey's another one like Eric the Red RC that we said always kind of kept us honest. And that's why there's somebody I truly appreciate for that. So we're a huge fan of his work. It's good to have people like that in your life. I do believe that. It is good to have people watching what you do. And Joey's fun at doing it.
Yes.
He's been very good and very supportive of us. And,
exactly.
We know there's lots in life and that, and we miss him. That's why I'm so happy that he's here. I might start crying.
I'm going to do a thank you vid on you guys for the blue wrench. Yeah, thank you.
Well, like we said, that was the whole point of it. If everybody's a mod, there's no hierarchy.
Yeah, it's like Nicole said, it's a community concept. Mutual respect, exactly. That's exactly what the message is.
If we did, well, some channels can't do that because they have to rein in things all the time. You guys are very good at doing it yourselves. I mean, that's not just respect each other, it's also a huge respect to us. It shows that we've built this channel decently. And I am very, very, very proud of that. Because if you have good people like that in your chat, you always have a good audience. And people feel comfortable here. And I like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's what we want from our channel in the end.
Exactly. Like we said, like, it would be the same as you would be sitting here in our living room, which this is. Mm-hmm. Hopefully. We can keep each other out. Yeah, that's what I wonder. But please don't try it. If a mod can ban another mod, I just want. Yeah, I don't know. What I was gonna say, Joey, have you seen our latest?
Yes.
That shout out to us. I don't think so. I wanted to show you. Oh, where is the camera? I lost it for a second. This is us. I hope you can see Joey.
Made up a little hard so you can see the logo made it.
Yeah, done by Doodles by Doug on his live stream on Sunday. He made a dedication live stream making this doodle. And that's Andrew.
Yeah.
Don't you see?
Half me and half of the monkey and me together. Same as you, the pillow and you. Right.
Well, I don't know. The glasses, Monkey didn't have glasses, and this thing here that we don't know what is it.
Yeah, where's Waldo, Joseph?
Yeah, where is Waldo? That's a good one. But I was so touched by this. It was really nice.
This is our 30th vlog, our 30th live stream. We've been featured in Joey's video for our intro.
Yeah.
Patsy Houlihan has had her and when our interview with Best Friend Your Thread on her last video. Doodles by Doug has done a caricature of us, and this is worth more than any money we could have ever gotten for what we do.
I mean, now let's also add all the ones that we forgot to mention now because I don't want to offend anybody. Like Arta Mortifica has done a shout out to us and lots of other ones as well. So
he's saying, can I use that in his new intro?
Well, you'll have to ask Doodles by Doug because that's his.
Yep.
He's right here. If you scroll up, Doodles by Doug is right there. If it's okay with him, it's
Marcel,
okay with us.
Shut up. I thought it was I could swear it was a photograph.
Oh, you're too kind. Anya, hi and welcome to our second part of the channel stream.
We're just kind of hanging out here.
Where's Waldo? And only Joey could come up with that.
Yeah,
Nobody else said that before, so I love that. SEO tip of the night. Most people subscribe from your YouTube homepage, so that's where you want to be sure what people see represents what value people will be getting. Yes, I was in our last Tuesday Tech Talk, which probably was more informative than this one. We actually talk and show how to customize the channel. We actually do a share screen show of customizing the channel.
Yeah.
How to feature the video and how to change your playlists so your homepage looks decent because, yes, I agree. Oftentimes, when you click on the channel, you don't see anything. There's just activity and nothing else. Or looks like there's one video, and you have to go and search for the other ones. It's not good because people don't like wasting time. Tend to be lazy. If it's not up in center, they don't go looking. So you're completely right. That's probably
That's
the
a
best
very
tip of
good
the
point.
day.
Yeah.
How is everyone? Good. Yes, we are very relaxed. We just talked about different tips. So if you're interested in that, you have to scroll back in our
Yep.
video. Uh, Old Camp Ranch, getting from northeastern Arizona. Hi. Any good recommendations for rooster baptisms? Hmm?
Rooster baptisms?
Can you expand on that one?
I would love for you to expand on that one. You really captured my.
Maybe we have recommendations.
Yep.
We don't know what is it.
I would love to know more about them.
By the way, Joey, what about balance? You say all work and no play. I actually, after watching your video about balance, I have started to use it in my everyday life so much. And it's interesting how when we see things, we start to notice them more afterwards. Like after watching your video, I started to see more of the, like posts online and people listen to podcasts actually as well. People talking about balance and thinking more about that. What does it really mean and how to implement it more in our lives as well. So a great impact that way.
You wanted to see if we'd laugh, Joseph? Well, you definitely got us, but it's hard in those scenarios because you never know when someone's going to come in and they really mean something serious. So we got to kind of play it more conservatively. It's a good one. I love it. Rooster baptisms would be something I would love to know more about.
Yeah, I was afraid it's something not decent, so that's why.
I am glad to see some of these places here, like Old Camp Ranch and that. Like tonight, you see, this is what I try to do once in a while. If there's a channel I really like, and I'll see some of the people that I support on going, like in the list of comments. I want to check out what they do, and it's so great to see you guys come in the live stream and that. And since you're new, if you can also check out if you get a chance some of my cinematic videos as well, because I don't want to be pegged as just live. We love our live streams, and these are really great live streams, and people are amazing here. But if you can, just to see kind of a bit more where we come from, and that I'd be very honored for you to see some.
Yeah, we also have a recent living photo series coming out now every Sunday. You can check out that and check out the 80s video. I think I like that a lot.
Yeah, I'm proud of that one.
To check it. So a busting out video. Check it out.
And Old Camp Ranch, I know because I know from your channel what you're into. There's a video you'll see the train video with the Gaspé windmills. Most of my rural videos were shot where I grew up in eastern Quebec, which is part of the Appalachian Mountains. I mean, all those mountains are the part of the Appalachian running all the way down through eastern United States, and there's a lot of great scenery around there. And I think you would really enjoy that one too. You'll get to see the coastline. I grew up in where the St. Lawrence Seaway comes into the mainland and passes all the way, of course, to Lake Ontario. And I live on that thumb that sticks out from Quebec where that comes in.
Thank you, Mickey. Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. It's just nice, like cause it's hard sometimes because I still hope people will get to see some of those as well, because the whole reason when I started building up the following in YouTube was to get more people to see my cinematics. But this live stream is turned out way better than what we thought it was going to, and that's because of you guys making it a great place for people to be in. And it is, like I say, we're kind of like the entrance into the talk show night, where you kind of had a long day. You can, have your favorite drink, hot or cold, and just kind of watch what we do. Watch our guests who we have on every night except for tonight, and we're not on Sundays, and learn more about people. And that's good long support. People sitting here sometimes for an hour and a half just listening to our guests tell about their lives, what they're into, what got them into YouTube. We find all kinds of neat things about them. And that pertains to good subscribers because you'll never look at that person the same way again when you go watch their video. It's not we got to get you in here. We got to get your numbers up. We don't do getting your numbers up. We'll never do that. We don't want to promote it. It doesn't work for us. We're no good at that. But we're good at his book. focusing on one person, like really we can kind of get to know better.
I like how cops is jumping back, although they said that they are. They said bye already.
Yeah, I know. I love it.
I love it.
Yeah, it is.
Joey, you have to rewatch your balance video yourself. And Scrumptious Model Teens is excited to see their how did gigs train for the show.
Yeah, because he asked me if I was going to ever put out any more train videos on one of the comments, and I said I roughly have about 100 gigs sitting there. It's I would like to put out some more. It's a balance, and there's another one again. Like I love trains, and believe me, my passion is in it when I'm doing it. I'm just trying to be a very rounded channel, and so I don't want to put like because I was doing that a bit as I was this winter, and I started like train for a while, and then I'm like, yeah, I got to break the mold a little bit and do some other things, but it doesn't mean I don't have passion for them. I just try to space them.
Still is there.
I do. I mean, that's something I share with my son. That's our time together. He helps me all the time. He's watching him. He tells me he waves at the engineer to see if they look upset or not when we're watching them and stuff like that. He always listens for them.
Joey, by the way, Coriolis is going to be on tomorrow as a guest with his missus.
Yes.
So if you are interested, come back tomorrow.
I think it's going to be a really good interview.
I'm starting to lose my voice.
He's a very interesting man, so we're very excited. We wanted him on for a while, and that's nice when it all lines up. Finally, we get excited. So,
I noticed 20 times the people watch than what you see in the moment. I didn't realize you had such reach to change people's lives. That's an incredible amount of engagement for total subs. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
The windmill blade train is so cool. Yes, I oh my god. I was trying to take pictures of it, but it's just so overwhelming. They're so huge. They're huge, like even in life when you like I knew they were big, but when you see them in life, they're just enormous.
72 blades comes out with the train with 3 engines, and that comes out to 2 kilometers. And that's the longest thing going that line because it's the longest side track.
You can never take the trucking out of this guy. Because that's always part of him. But it's always trains too. Yeah. Come on, both.
And I never drove truck in a long time. I drove in the early 90s. I did long haul. And then I had my first son, and I didn't want to be on the road because I had a lot of cousins who did it, and I kind of was at a crossroads. And you know as well as I do. It's like fisherman, it's like farmer. It's one of those, it's never a job, it's a lifestyle, and you're at a crossroads. And am I able to keep this up for the rest of my days, or do I go another route? And I chose to go in forestry sector. So I could be home with my son more. And then later on, when Xenia and I were together, we went to Saskatchewan. I ended the music business career, went from a very corporate job back to hauling crude oil in the Bakken fields in Saskatchewan, which is just above North Dakota. Same fields. And I liked it. I how do I say this? I love it, but I find it too hard for me to keep it up. But I do love it, but it's I don't know. There's all kinds of other stuff I wanted to do, and it's very hard when you have trucking, especially like the Bakken fields. You can't have any hobbies because you just work 16 hours. I got more sleep running highway than I did hauling crude oil. Mickey, it was so great having you. I'm glad you're back because we missed you, buddy. I'm glad you missed us, like you said a while ago. That really means a lot, and always good to have you. Black Star EDM.
Hi, and welcome back.
Nice
to see you.
You are in the house. Good to have you here. Joan, I need 10 Joes to catch up. Getting back to work. Be kind to animals and peace. Take care, brother. It's so good to have you. And yeah, if you can make it tomorrow night, Coriolis Flight's going to be on. I think it's going to be a really good show. And it's always great when you're here. Thanks, man.
T-Truck, if it gets too crowded, we can always slow it down. We did at the beginning of this live stream because it was starting to get a bit crowded in that way. And we do understand that. And we always try to keep up with the chat. That's part of what we do here.
Yeah.
So if it gets too crazy, we'll try and slow it down. And if it does, just just message us and we'll try it out. So just put it in the chat, like, oh, I think it's going too fast.
And always tag us, do the @ and us, so we make sure we see it. And because it's hard to gauge, and sometimes then it can vary through the night, and then if we have it set too low and things slow down for a few minutes, then it really goes to a snail pace. So definitely just tell us, and we'll catch that.
Yeah, the life of the party has returned. Yes, that's right. It was a conversation. Well, we had Tuesday Tech Talk, and now we're kind of just chatting around.
Yeah.
Great to see lots of faces back today.
Exactly.
So
it is cool.
Yeah, we're way past out. I liked Susie today. She tweeted out a very nice shout out for her friends to come over to our live streams, and she put that we are from 8 to 11, and I laughed when I seen that, because our official time is 8 to 10, but we never end at 10. So
never
she was so right. We actually should change it, because it never ends, and even 11 is far stretched sometimes. So especially at the end of the week. So I was laughing so much, but I was very thankful for the tweet out and shout out for other people to come. And I know Doodles Badak did the same, and a few other people as well. It's much appreciated. The more the merrier.
It's the greatest thing you can do for the channel. Like we don't ask for a bunch of stuff, but like just tweeting it out or bringing a couple of. We've always said like we don't say, oh, bring every friend you got in the book, because we're not trying to make it into that. We just but if you bring 3 or 4 or 5 of your closest friends that you work with, chances are they're a great mix for what everybody else is in here. And if we have 20 people, for instance, in the chat, and everybody brings 3 or 4 friends, that makes for one nice big group, and people who are, you brought your best of your best with you.
Cops, thank you again, and bye again. And see you tomorrow in our interview. T-Frog, it wasn't that. I just involved in watching the interviews. Well, that's a good thing.
Exactly.
And as we were talking yesterday, we were and are considering maybe turning this into a podcast as well.
Yeah.
And it seems like maybe it could be a good call, since I noticed that there have been a couple of people here and there that are listening to us because they're driving or cooking or doing something. So if it is a listening quality, that definitely would be something we would be considering. Always welcome your input. So,
wait, Marcel said, "You will not believe this. He went from 10:90 to 11:06."
Good job.
Exactly. Good for you, man.
Amazing. Is it the blue wrench? That's the key. You broke.
Yeah, we're learning.
You broke the wisdom there.
Exactly. This is our version of the Da Vinci Code. The blue wrench. Yeah. Yeah.
Magical.
That's right. Whenever you see us now, you have to do this. That's the symbol. We know what you belong to.
Well, no, but we are very happy for you.
Good for you.
Scrumptious Model Trains had to pop off as well. Good night, and thank you for hanging out with us today. Yeah. That's amazing. I just gained 16 sounds in half an hour while on this show. Yeah. Well, sometimes it happens. That's great. We love it. Again, there are other channels that do drumming up, and that's what they're doing. That's their job. And if it's not our job, we don't do that directly, but we're always happy that people support each other.
It's a fringe benefit.
Exactly.
And it's great to see. And the way you guys do it, too. You do it very, there's, again, very respectfully. It's not like, oh, you got to add me or I'm going to, because anybody like that, we're not putting up with. And we don't even have to worry about it because you guys never do it.
Exactly.
Hey, I've checked out your channel and I love what you do. And I love stuff like that. Go for it.
Puša Studios, it's Wrenchgate, folks. I love that. Are you doing the video with that name? It's a Wrenchgate. Puša Studios World. Oh my God, that's so funny. You guys have been so funny.
I wonder what happened to Bobcats.
I'm sure he is somewhere. Oh, you know what? He usually at this time he makes supper.
Yeah, that's true. That's
true. And today he was doing how is that? A usually dry chicken breast, but it's apparently very buttered and herbed and whatever else oiled. So I don't know what happened with the chicken. Hopefully nothing bad. But that's what he was doing at the beginning there. So something got caught off with the chicken. Maybe he flew away or something. That's what I need. And if it helps, my next video has my wife having tons of fun on a tool which you'd love, even if you aren't a man. Oh yeah. Excuse us for laughing. It's Adult Swim. Just nothing. No bad intended.
No, that's great. Oh my God Almighty. Oh, jeez. Oh. Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, that's the main thing. The main thing is having fun.
Oh my God Almighty. I got tears in my eyes. Oh. So many Star Wars references. She just went nuts when she saw it. Oh, yeah. Wow. All right. Oh, we're looking forward to it. We are looking forward to it.
How's the school going? Can you balance your schoolwork life? You said you were going nuts last week. Hopefully it's not as crazy. I got 100 on that paper that I put off till the last minute. Yay! Good job! Congratulations! Amazing!
Mm-hmm.
I know my friend likewise. I do have a cute dog. How about our hosts, animal lovers?
Mm-hmm. We're animal lovers. I like dogs. Yeah.
I like both. You know, always people say, well, there's dog people and cat people. I wouldn't call me one or the other. Like I always had cats just because we were living in a smaller apartment, and so that was the main reason, not because we love cats more. I love both of them. So
yeah,
I really do.
Teeth Rog was thinking of dodgeball when I was handing out wrenches the other day. Yeah, that was a pretty good one. That was part of my rant. That was fun. Wrenches for everybody. Oh yeah, Machine Gun Millie. That's right. That's right. Yes, and we say hi to Machine Gun Millie as well. That's funny. Well, guys, I guess it's some time we're going to draw it to an end. It was weird this morning because I didn't do, even though they're supposed to be impromptu, I've been doing them all in a row for the last couple of days, the morning shows.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Andrew have started the morning show without me. Without me, I repeat. It's called Winging It.
By request. By bottom caps.
Well, then you should do one-on-one if it was a request, okay? No, but in all honesty, it's a bit more raw. It's a bit more manly.
That's right.
Sometimes rant.
So I'm almost guaranteed a rant. And 99% chance of
so
a
if
rant.
you want a little bit of rough edges, coffee time, Andrew hits on that note in the mornings sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's called Winging It. So
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so you can check that out. You can miss us on the coffee time. And as I was saying again, tomorrow, Cornelius Beckman with his missus is going to be on as our guests at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you miss a notification or a tweet, we are here every night at 8 p.m. Eastern, except for Sundays. So just remember the time, 8 p.m. Eastern, and that's all. And
tune in for tomorrow. Tomorrow night's going to be a really, really good show. I guarantee it. The show has become more streamlined. We're more comfortable in our shoes doing this. The guests are incredible. You guys are all incredible. It's all the right elements are there for great shows. So it's been nice having you all tonight. Thank you so much for coming. Have a great night. Be well. Be safe. We'll see you guys tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Cheers and keep creating. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Have a good one.